Not every geek with a Commodore 64 can hack into NASA.
This one's dedicated to all the hackers. Yo. Even out, settle scores quick. Our disaster recovery requires even more discs. Put your bytes up, prove it or you forfeit. Got my C64 and we blew it into orbit. M Bison with 8 straight perfects. Overbold emotions make hate break circuits. In case you heard, it's a name fake service. Optimize our runtime to escape verdicts. Got an integer scope flow that they can't sign. Passing code, didn't sanitize command lines, landmine. So before they'll see me after, I'm advice star, courage, woke plus velociraptor. Don't prove we're human unless we really have to. My team built schemes that destroy, recapture. Hate what they see, finish this chapter. By the way, we're not any geeks, we hack into NASA. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Got this vodka and this Red Bull, they still give me wings. So we drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. 0 through 3, we're in every single ring. I'm just waiting till my BlackBerry dies, cause I'll replace it with the Raspberry Pi. Don't compare to this track, it makes everything they said dull. Neutralize any threat, turn Red Skull to Dev Null. They killed virus writers that we mentioned, but instead they ascended to the VX heavens, then reincarnate as live wires. Still inside we hide ciphers and sign device drivers. Which school will we hit next? They didn't learn the format, so we've got a print F. Next step is a chin check. Freestyles that I spit best, they didn't decrypt yet. I crush internet MCs and rhyme battles. Get your Wi-Fi tackled, hacked by pineapple. I don't think you'll like my Snapple, cause I popped it with vodka in a cyanide capsule. We drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Got this vodka and this Red Bull, they still give me wings. So we drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things.
You know there's gonna be security, right?
First we drink all the booze, then hack all the things. Then backdoor the firmware on anything you bring, regardless of the hardware, service or encoding. Connected to the internet and someone's gonna own it. This is for the pirates that clap and love the sound. Attacking from the cloud, then we're back in underground. There's no masking from us now. We pop tour nodes around the globe, track and hunt you down. Packed on schedule, add it to your calendar. Devices online, here comes another challenger. State infiltrated, so undercover. This is for my comrades who stare at the debuggers and trace every buffer. Examining the code flow, haven't been to sleep, better pop another no-dose. I think I'll need a planet-sized urn, cause some men just wanna watch the world burn. Your turn.
We stay out of jail.
Technologically possible, yeah.
Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Got this vodka and this Red Bull, they still give me wings. So we drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. 0 through 3, we're in every single ring.
I mean, these servers have more firewalls than the devil's bedroom.
Hack all the things. Drink all the booze. Hack all the things. Hack all the things. Hack all the things. Things. 0 through 3, we're in every single ring. Hack all the things.
Yeah, well, good luck, man.
They still give me wings. Drink all the things. Drink all the vodka and pack all the booze. Drink all the booze. Hack all the hackers. Hack all the hackers.
Ladies and gentlemen and everyone around, welcome to UHC.
Yes, welcome everyone and good night. Welcome welcome to one more UHC. Yay! All right, I'm your host tonight here at UHC. I'm Marina Chavada. I'm from Brazil. I'm a social engineer. UHC is back for one more round tonight. It is our 27th edition now, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. Yeah, UHC is weekly, so you can imagine we had 27 weeks already of CTFs going on. UHC CTF is run by Hacking Esports. It's a Brazilian company. UHC creator Igor Rincon founded Hacking Esports company and turned UHC into its first hacking championship. The plan is to turn CTF into an official esports on the long run, using CTF as a learning platform and engaging as many people as possible during the live streams. So we have narrators on a live CTF here on Twitch, which is quite rare to see. So, it's a kind of a pioneer thing. We're having actually 2 lives. This is the English one, and we also have the Portuguese from Brazil one as well happening at the same time. With Igor Rincon as the host as well. So yeah, if you want to go for an adventure, try finding the Hacking Esports without the underscore ENG at the end and have fun listening to a bunch of Portuguese. There is a whole set of UHC social media profiles if you want to know a little bit more about UHC. We have Instagram for news, LinkedIn for partnerships, YouTube for past editions. So if you want to watch past editions with other, special guests, and if you want to study as well, you can go to the YouTube channel. We have Twitter as well for chatting. We have the Discord server. Now the Discord server is very important because there you can meet all the players and also the UHC fans. Yeah, they're going to speak both Portuguese and English as well, so don't worry. Everyone is very welcome. You can also play the qualifying round for UHC on the Discord server. So if you want to play UHC live here with us, you can qualify through the Discord qualifier round. That happens every Saturday. So just go to the Discord and wait for Saturday, and then you're going to get more info about the qualifying rounds. And the 10 top players that go through the qualifying rounds come here on Twitch every Sunday to dispute the cash prize. It is a 500 reais cash prize, which is around $100. And there's a lot of fun stuff. I'm going to talk a little bit about partners and sponsors real soon. Sorry, I'm Brazilian, so you're gonna see me struggling with English. But I'm also going to talk about offensive security giveaway, for example. All right, so if you want to meet new people and play CTF together, it doesn't have to be UHC. The kids there are playing a bunch of other CTFs as well. Try Hack Me, and Hack the Box and whatever CTFs do you like. You can meet new people. You can play CTF together. You can be part of UHC as a competitor. So you can do all of that through the Discord server. If you want to know the Discord link, you can just !Discord at the chat, and the rude bot that we have is going to give you the link. You're going to understand throughout this this stream why did I call our bot rude, because it is a rude bot. I would like to thank a lot for our sponsors and partners today. As you can see, we have Offensive Security as a sponsor of tonight's match. Not only a sponsor, but Offensive Security, as I said before, is going to have an amazing giveaway. At the end of our stream, we're going to all flock to the Brazilian channel. Don't worry, it's going to be both Portuguese and English for everyone. And there we're going to have an OSCP, is the PWK course for the OSCP certification for the PEN 200, if I'm not mistaken, the name of it. And you can go through 30 days of lab access, and you can also go for the exam fee as well, all on the giveaway. So it's $1,000 giveaway. It's an amazing giveaway. And we are also going to have a 1-month access to Proving Ground voucher as well from Offensive Security. So that is amazing. And you don't have to do anything special. Just stay with us. Literally, just stay with us to the end, and you're going to be able to participate in the giveaway. I would also like to thank Kraussek a lot. Kadu is the dude that develops a lot of the machines, including on UHC Labs as well. And this dude is a monster. He does different challenges, not only for the qualifying rounds, but also for the final matches. So it's like developing 2 different CTFs every week. So that's an amazing work. And Kadu is from Kraussek, so which is in awe. As he's probably, I don't think he's feeling well tonight, so we may or may not see him at the end with our Brazilian fellows. But just a round of applause to Kadu because his work is amazing. And I would also like to thank who else we have here. We have X Labs as well, another Brazilian company. They're really great. They are hiring a bunch of people as well. This is a great security environment to work. We have Bug Hunt as well, which is a bug bounty platform from Brazil. And they are also some amazing folks there. I actually love them. They have a lot of great content online. And we also have Hecate Inc., if you noticed. It's my own company. And it's a marketing and communications and trainings agency focused on InfoSec, because talking about security is not easy for a lot of people, and we don't want that to happen anymore. We're here to talk about security and hacking. And I think that's pretty much it from our sponsors and partners. And I would like to invite here my beautiful, beautiful co-host of the night, Mr. Int80 from Dual Core. Hi.
Hey. How's it going?
How's it going, beautiful? I am allowed to say that on camera because I'm married to him, y'all. So that's my husband.
I encourage it.
Welcome to UHC tonight. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah. In addition to being Marina's husband, my name is Int80. I'm the rapper in a group called Dual Core. I also have a solo EP that I just put out this week. It's called Loyalty. You can find it on all of the platforms: Spotify, Tidal, YouTube Music, I think is the new one, Apple Music, iTunes, etc. Wherever you get your music, just go search for Loyalty by Int80 and you'll find it. I posted on Twitter just before UHC. I was looking at my 2021 plans, and that was one of my goals, was to release 2 solo EPs. So I'm already halfway there in the first month. So that's pretty cool. And California, I don't have enough coins to bust a freestyle right now, but maybe later in the stream as the coins stack up, we'll get it going. But yeah, that's it. I hack computers and make rap music about it, and we are going to see some live CTF, see hackers hacking.
Yes! Not only that, but we're going to have a super special guest tonight. We just had Igor, the creator of UHC, earlier here with us, just chatting because he wanted to fanboy our guest tonight. As much of y'all, I know you do. So please welcome our most special guest of tonight, Nahumsek. Hi.
Hello. How's it going?
Going well.
Good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me. This is very, very exciting. I don't think I've been this excited about a CTF before. You're like getting me hyped up right now. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm very, very excited. Thank you guys for having me. This is awesome. It's cool to see hacking becoming more competitive than in silo, working alone. And, this is great. I'm excited to see what everyone's going to do. I'm excited to see what these challenges are like. And I want to see who's going to take this championship belt from this event.
Definitely. And so, Nahumsek, I'm sure all of our viewers know you, but can you give yourself, or give an intro about yourself to everybody that's tuned in currently?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm Ben Sadegapur. Most people know me as Nahumsek. I currently work at a bug bounty platform called HackerOne. I'm the head of hacker education for HackerOne. We do the same thing. We create CTFs. We are also trying to push, the hacking community more forward. And at nights, I'm a content creator, bug bounty hunter, shed poster, you name it. I do this kind of stuff for fun as well. And yeah, I think we all have a common goal of showing hacking is more than just dudes in a hoodie in a creepy little basement.
With 197 IQ.
Right, and
Yeah,
knowing
no.
20% of your passwords.
Nowadays, we're not in the total dark anymore. Now we have beautiful LEDs in the back with different colors.
And it's not even black; it's pink and purple and red.
All right, let me just share here my presentation so we can get to know a little bit of our players tonight. All right. So, let's see if I got it right. Yes, it is the 27th edition. I keep getting it wrong because it's so many editions I can never remember. All right, let's see who we having here tonight on our match. We have Matheus Pimentel. All right, Matheus Pimentel is a Brazilian player, and he's been with us throughout a lot of UHCs now. I don't think he won any yet, but he is definitely being quicker and quicker into getting in the scoreboard. So it is amazing to watch him, actually.
Yeah, he's leveling up every week. And again, the top 10 players from yesterday's preliminary round are who are playing tonight. So he's consistently in the top 10 every single week from the prelim.
Yes.
And it's just amazing watching him develop over time.
Exactly. We have Felipe Vasque. All right, another veteran. Felipe, I haven't seen him in the past editions, I guess, but now he's back, and that's really good. So welcome back, Felipe, to the match. Another Brazilian playing tonight.
Yeah, I've seen some cool stuff from Felipe in the past weeks, so I'm excited to have them back on.
All right, let's see who else we have here. Mr. Gentleman. I've seen Mr. Gentleman around before. I think he played 1 or 2 rounds in the past, right?
Yeah, just in recent weeks has Mr. Gentleman been on, but they had a pretty good run. I remember they got, I want to say, the first 2 flags, and usually there's like either 3 or 4 flags, so pretty good progress for the first time on, and big expectations for tonight then.
Impressive. Let's see who else we have here. Okay, Axor 26. I don't remember this person. Do you?
Nope, I think they might be new. I definitely don't recognize the name, although hackers, we can switch our handles, at a moment's notice. And maybe, I don't know, like there's an XOR in there, so maybe they just flipped some bits to get this new name.
Well, if you're a newcomer, XOR, welcome to a UHC. And we have Ricardo. Ricardo's another veteran. We've seen him playing around a few matches before. He took a little time off, and he is back on UHC, so this should be fun. Welcome back, Ricardo.
Welcome back.
And another newcomer apparently, Dan Talks 65. I don't understand why the number is at the end, because I will never say them. Unless I'm actually reading them.
Yeah, it's kind of like int 80, right? So I think this is like Dant 65 or Dant 65 maybe. And I wonder,
have no idea.
65 is definitely an ASCII printable character. I'm thinking that it's actually lowercase e and their name is Dante, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to pull up a shell and check that bytecode real quick.
So welcome, newcomer. All right, we have another veteran here, PHX or Phoenix, as we like to say. We have no idea if this is correct, but here in UHC, we have no respect for the handles.
Yeah.
So welcome back, PHX. Another veteran here. He played a few rounds before, and he's been getting better and better. So far, we have no past champions, so this is interesting.
Yep, and I always call it Phoenix because it's the airport code. So, and it's easier to say than PHX.
All right. Okay, just because I said we had no past champions.
Oh, so they're a champion.
Oh yeah.
Spoke too soon.
Spoke too soon. Okay, well, we have Wade, and as all of us know, Wade is like, what, 4 times champion at this point?
Oof.
4 or 5, I want to say.
4 or 5, yeah. The staff can correct me if I'm wrong, but Wade is a monster. So Wade is a huge player here on UHC, and we sure hope he give us a little bit of time to actually comment on the CTF before he can actually win it. I'm just kidding. I said the exact same thing last week because we had a bunch of we had a bunch of other champions. And at the end of the day, a lot of the points in the scoreboard were from newcomers. So, I can totally bite my tongue. I would be happy to.
No pressure on getting another championship here.
Right. Yeah.
No pressure at all.
Hold the throne. No big deal.
All right. We have John the Ripper. Oh, John is so cute because here his name is John the Ripper. If you guys are not understanding, John the Ripper is actually a Brazilian kid named João Ribeiro. And Aunt Haiti cannot say the name of this kid for the love of God.
I try really hard.
João Ribeiro. He cannot say it.
Not accurately, at least.
So we started calling him John Rivers because it's kind of a lame translation to English of his name. And now he just went all the way, to just spare us time and just called himself John the Ripper.
I suspect after he wins a number of UHCs by cracking passwords with John, he's going to change his name to John the Rivers.
I would love
or
that.
John the Winner.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good one right there. All right. We have Big O's as well, another veteran, but once again, I only see Wade as a past champion competing tonight. A lot of veterans, a few newcomers, and a 4 times champion. So yeah, I think that's our lineup of tonight's match. Okay.
Yeah. And again, all of the players had to finish in the top 10 of the preliminary CTF yesterday and to get to this point. So they've definitely got some skills. So I'm excited to see it. And you never know what the new people are going to bring. I think Silesian was one that started on their first time playing UHC. They actually did win. So we've seen, pretty much across the board where new players can come in and just totally take it down.
Silesian is no metrics at all because, it's just insane of how good that kid is. It's not completely not fair. Whenever Silesian is playing, oh, here we go. It's gonna be a roller coaster tonight.
Yeah, I think I saw him tweet last week that he had finished all of the active boxes on Hack the Box, and he's only 17 years old or something.
Holy crap! Every box on Hack the Box.
Yeah, at least all the active ones. I don't know if he had finished all the retired ones as well.
Good for him though. That's got to be hard.
Oh yeah, for sure. Kids got skills, and I don't know what I would do with.
Yeah, dude. I don't think I have the talent to do any of that at 17. So good for him.
Yeah, I'm older than 17, not by a lot, but no,
we're 17 at heart right here. It's 17 at heart, man. That's all that matters.
And I don't have that talent, that's for sure.
The audacity to lie in that manner, live stream. Jesus.
What? You think somebody would go on the internet and tell lies?
We're all here. We're all friends here. We're all in our 20s, early 20s. No one's looking. No one's pointing any fingers. We're good.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm just checking in with the staff if the CTF has already started, just to be double sure.
Yeah, there's always kind of a strange dance at the beginning because we're running parallel to the Brazilian live stream, as Marina mentioned. And so they actually control when the players start getting displayed and when the scoreboard goes live. So we never know when that is. And we also don't know what the challenges are. So it's a lot of speculation and guesswork on our side here.
And there's a lot of tricks tonight going on. We're going to have a betting system. Yes. So you can actually bet on whoever's going to win. You can bet on a CTF. You can use your Twitch points to bet on whoever you think it's going to win tonight. You can do that here on the chat. I don't remember the actual command, but the root bot probably will tell you. Let me go for Discord because I already heard that the CTF has officially started. And here we are. We are online. All right. UHC officially started, y'all.
Off and running.
Yep. So I have a few announcements here at the beginning. First is the betting system. You can bet your Twitch points. We also have a Twitch store here on the Twitch channel that you can buy a lot of stuff to mess around with the CTF strategy. So you can buy time off the scoreboard. So you can put the scoreboard offline for a little amount of time. You can buy one of the players' screen time. So we can only show that player's screen time, that player's screen for in a limited amount of time. You can, if I'm not mistaken, you can also buy hints as well. To help the players, or to mess around with the players' strategies. So you can also be part of the CTF strategy tonight. The bets, they only go for 1 or 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken, for the first or for the second hour tops. So if you want to bet, you better do it now. And for the betting system, all you have to do is choose the player Discord room number for the bets. So here on the first room, so room number 1 for betting, we have Matheus Pimentel. Second room, we have Felipe Vasque. Third, we have Mr. Gentleman. 4, we have Exord. 5, we have Ricardo. 6, we have Dante, I believe, or Dentox. Dante, yeah, okay. 7, we have Phoenix or PHX. 8, we have Wade. 9, we have João Ribeiro, John Rivers, or John the Ripper, or John the Winner, whichever you like. And 10, we have Big O's. So you can bet, according to the Discord room number of the players. And before everyone asks, this is not an accessible Discord. This is a private Discord that only us have access, only the narrators have access. So the UHC Discord link that you're going to have in the chat, that's for our community Discord server where the qualifying rounds happen. Not this. This is only our stuff. All right?
Cool. Also,
and I guess that's it.
Just wanted to say thank you to OXO3F3 for tipping $10. We are going to buy some Dogecoin and a chunk of Game Stonk to go to the moon.
The moon.
And thanks Nahamsek for subscribing. Appreciate that.
I'm trying to get some points, man. I'm trying to get some points and mess with people. The only reason why I'm here is to get points and to mess with people.
You can also tip us. You can also subscribe. Give your hacker fellows in the internet a little bit of support. And that's it. I'm gonna let you guys run through the Discord and see if you're taking any close looks at anything cool happening in the streams, in the screens.
Yeah.
And have fun, y'all.
Yeah. And right now we're seeing Matheus Pimentel on the screen and just kind of doing some basic enumeration. Looked like there was FUF running, and I see Matheus looking through the HTTP assets. So there was a style sheet that was up on the board. I saw they were poking through the source earlier, looking at the JavaScript assets as well. And JavaScript can always be good for pulling out additional endpoints that you can go check out. But I would actually turn it over to Nahamsek to talk more about Recon, being the subject matter expert there.
Absolutely, man. With JavaScript, I mean, depends on
First blood.
Hold on, do I need to quiet down?
Oh wow, that was fast. Okay, we already have our first blood.
Somebody
is getting a flag.
Somebody just got the flag. Yeah.
Yep. Mr. Gentleman is now on the scoreboard with 100 points. He already got the easy flag in the first 3 minutes of the game, 5 minutes of the game. That was fast.
Pop over to their channel and see what they're looking at.
I think Ricardo is doing something with one of the APIs, and I have faith. I'm watching Ricardo for now.
Nice.
You guys cover.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It looks like Mr. Gentleman found a URL through a text file, probably through some enumeration like FUF or GoBuster, and the flag was in that. Why don't we pop down to Ricardo and see what they're working on? You said, Nahamsek, there was an API they were poking at?
Yeah, I think they just got a flag. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we just got the flag on screen.
We got that live.
Nice.
We got him submitting the flag, and now, as you can see, oh, wait a minute. We can't. I don't think we can't see because I think someone already brought the scoreboard down.
Nice.
Okay. Don't worry, y'all. This is not gonna happen a lot of times. There's only a limited amount of times that you can bring the scoreboard down, and it's for 5 minutes each time. So yeah, all right.
Well,
Now-
I don't. You know, I'm
powder so far, right? 2 flags so far, or is it the same flag for both of them?
I think it's the same flag for both. I just wanted to say, though, we do have, you know, the scoreboard going down is controlled by the people in the chat or on the stream. And we do have 180 people tuned in currently. And, you know, when you get a collection of people going, if they can manipulate a stock market, I bet they can manipulate a scoreboard too. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's not going to happen a lot during the stream.
All right. So, Water Chan just bought 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, of player 8 screen time, which is Wade screen time. So let's take a look on our past champion here for a while.
All right. So yeah,
Go for W Fuzz. Yeah, it is.
Yep, WFuzz there in, I guess, Visual Studio Code, but it looks like they're running in Kali. And this is kind of a switch up for Wade. I'll mention Wade is like our perennial Windows player. Wade always operates out of Windows. So kind of cool. Like, I guess Visual Studio Code you would, you know, normally see as well. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see Wade running out of Linux this time.
Yeah, I don't know Windows hacking as if it's for me anymore. I've tried so many times, and it's not as fun or fluid. I've given up on it, but kudos to them if you can, you know, fully get everything done on Windows. It's not for everyone, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I pretty much I have like a Windows VM for when I need to do like Mimicat stuff or, you know, some Windows specific testing. But yeah, for the most part, I am way more comfortable in a Linux environment.
What did I have found so far? Nothing. Just there's index.html and that's it. The screen is gone.
Yeah. That's one of the challenges here is that the players are moving at the speed of light.
It's nice that this is happening now in the early game. Early game is always very agitated, which is really nice. But as we go in mid game and late game, things start to slow down a bit, and we can pay more attention to each player's screens. So, Hacking LZ, thank you so much for keeping us. As kisses to your heart. Thank you so much for your support. And 0x03f3. I don't know how to say this without saying exactly like I did, but also thank you so much for the support. And you asked us for reading here a message. So to the top of the leaderboard, shout out to the boys 0 Day SZSZY. Superhero Briskets on Onershin and Alan. I am very sorry because this is impossible to pronounce, but hey, shout outs to everyone, I guess.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. And LZ, thanks for joining us. This is my friend Justin, who works at an awesome company that I won't call out on the stream, but I think they do advertise where they work on Twitter. But anyways, LZ, good to see you. LZ also builds racing cars. And so aside from being a very talented red team operator, LZ's got the driving skills and mechanic skills as well. And yeah, OXO3F3. I'm sorry if that is like some Unicode byte or like some like emoji that I should know off the top of my head. I thought I was like, I thought I was pretty good figuring out the 65 was lowercase e right away without having to like actually go into the hex editor. So I was excited for that. But thank you for the tip. And I'll double up on the shout outs to the boys, Ode, Susie, CZ, SCY, however their name's pronounced, Sizzy, Superhero Briskets, Texas represent, Onershin and Alan, Rockets to the Moon. Thanks so much again for tipping. Appreciate it.
What is going on with Go? I see 2 players right now trying to install Go as they go. I'm seeing, I think this is John the Ripper on number 9 installing Go, and I just saw Wade installing Go. What's going on here?
Yeah, so I think Wade is trying to get GoBuster up and going. And so, you know, one of the things I like about Golang is a lot of the tools allow for like a seamless install with just go get, right? You can like go get and whatever, and it will go resolve all the dependencies for you. And I think in this case, my assertion is that since Wade is normally running out of Windows, but this week is playing from a Kali VM or Kali box, that they just don't have a lot of stuff configured and set up. And so I think maybe GoBuster was not set up, and maybe it's not an apt. I would have expected GoBuster to be an apt for a Kali install. But
yeah, you would think so, but I think it's so new that it hasn't been baked into it just yet. Maybe eventually.
Quite possibly. And so so we're just seeing the manual install of Go. But I can tell you, like, I always forget one thing about Go, and it's like setting up my pathing. So every time I've had to install Golang, I have to go look up in like a previous VM or like do some searching online to figure out like what should I set my Go path to. And I think I usually set like a Go bin environment variable as well. So hopefully not too much of a stumbling block here, and Wade gets underway with things.
Yeah, Wade is doing it. I think John the Ripper is almost there with installing it. Let's see who else is doing it.
Nice.
We can already move around. The time of the screen time has already.
I see some Nmap happening in Ricardo's end.
And boy, there are 3 players already in the scoreboard with Mr. Gentleman. So Dante, Ricardo, and Phoenix, PHX, they are all in the scoreboard now with 100 points as well. So we have 4 players in our scoreboard now, and we are only halfway in the early game. So this is going to be interesting tonight. I think we have 4 flags tonight.
Nice. Great start. Yeah. If we bounce up to Ricardo in room number 5, we'll see that they are setting up FUF with this Raft large direct. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon.
Subdomains. Oh, they're going for it.
Yeah, nice. So they're fuzzing out virtual hosts, it looks like, on the trying to enumerate virtual hosts on the web server. Yeah.
I'm going to exclude the length for it. No, it's still coming back at size. Then what they're trying to do is filter out for the size, but it's not working out.
I think FUF has a feature that will like automatically filter for you too, where it like tries to figure out what an unwanted response looks like, right?
-AC, I think, automatic calibration. Yeah.
Yep, that sounds right. Yeah, and as we saw Wade setting up Golang, I think GoBuster also has a subcommand for doing DNS enumeration as well. So I know I've discussed it with IPSEC before about FUF versus GoBuster, and my preference before was FUF, but I've actually ran into a couple CTFs where I missed some enumeration because like the HTTP response code would come back and FUF just would like automatically filter it out, not even using the like -AC or anything. Just it wouldn't display the endpoint that I needed to target, and then I would lose time and end up at GoBuster anyway. So now I just start with GoBuster, and then I move on to something else if GoBuster isn't working out for me.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where Ricardo is headed to, because they're doing some really recon heavy stuff, both doing FUF and Nmap. I want to know what the thought process is here. Smart to go after the host header, but running Nmap at the same time, we'll see. It's got to be one or the other, right? If you're not finding any files, no open ports, it's got to be the other combination probably.
Yeah, right, exactly. If the services aren't there and all you found is the web server, then I would spend more time focusing on the web server. And then maybe as a background recon, I might run like a different Nmap scan. I might do like, top 100 for like UDP ports or something like that. In the event, you might find something like SNMP or something. I
mean, the level is called intranet for a reason, right? It's internal. It's got to be something. Maybe it's a server-side vuln. I feel like there are a lot of times where people like overcomplicate things when it comes down to recon, because it could be as simple as like just finding the right endpoint and not even have to worry about the virtual host or a port. This goes.
You are absolutely right. And I always try to remind myself of the like, keep it simple is like, such a good motto. And it's weird to figure out the personal boundaries for like, am I going too far down a rabbit hole? Do I need to like walk it back out? And this is a subject that we've kind of talked about here, because we've seen players fall into that trap where they just start pulling on the wrong thread and they go way too far pulling on it. And then they, we're at a max 3-hour time. So they burn up this like crucial time that they need when they're just accidentally looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah. I'm going to check into somebody else, because I feel like Ricardo is still trying to figure out where to go with it. But we'll see. I'm curious to see where this goes.
Sergeant here in the chat asked if we're going to have the OSCP giveaway today. Yes, we will. If you stay with us till the end, We're going to raid into the Brazilian channel to interview the winner and to have a walkthrough to the challenges of tonight's match. And then we're going to have the offensive security exclusive giveaways, which are in an OSCP course, the PWK course, plus 30-day lab access, and also the exam fee giveaway. So it's $1,000 offensive security giveaway, plus 1 month voucher for Proving Grounds, also from Offensive Security. So stay with us and you can be part of the giveaway tonight. You don't have to do nothing. You just have to stay with us. That's simple as it is.
I just realized nobody has hit this. Well, as far as I've seen, nobody has hit this local host as a vhost. No one's tried to put vhost set to local host to see if it does anything yet.
Oh yeah, that's a interesting technique. I like never think to do that usually because I find something else to go check out.
With bug bounties, it would blow your mind how many times I'll throw a local host in a virtual in the host header and it just brings back like Apache or some internal crap.
Oh wow.
So I'm curious if you guys have baked that into this, because that seems to be the easiest way to get around this, but nobody else is finding anything else.
Yeah. Another thing that I've found that's kind of like leveraging localhost is on some authentication mechanisms. Sometimes if you pass like X forwarded for or like X client IP or something like that is the localhost, that will bypass the authentication mechanism and get you in, which is, or
So
at least get you
right now. You should be giving some good hints right now. You have 2 things to check out and no one's doing it yet.
Yeah. Well, it's tough, right? I think all of these players, or most of the players at very least, are Brazilian, and so they probably have the Brazilian live stream up on Twitch. But I don't know, following 2 live streams at the same time and one not in your native language has got to be pretty challenging while you're trying to hack with the eyes of the internet on you.
There's a lot of pressure, man. A lot of people think it's easy to do these kinds of things live, and even like doing a CTF with a time bound thing is a lot of stress and a lot of thought process to handle.
Oh yeah, I'm super nervous about not being on this side of the monitor the next time I do a CTF that's being broadcast.
Right. So let's see.
Yeah, what are you seeing, Nahamsek? Anything cool?
I'm just going down the list. I was hoping Ricardo is going to hit something while they're doing recon, but nothing so far. Felipe is doing UHC.labs. They're looking at CSS for some reason. I would hope you guys aren't hiding stuff in the CSS, but you never know.
Yeah, that's true. I did
directory brute forcing. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say we did see. I think it was Ricardo, maybe, or Wade was adding UHC entry to their host file, and so maybe there is some like subdomain or some virtual host that needs to be resolved. And I'm looking at Mr. Gentleman right now, and they are also using FUF to fuzz for virtual hosts.
See what Dante's up to. Dante is still going in with OJ's tool. What is this, FW fuzz? No, GoBuster's OJ. GoBuster.
Yeah.
Big O's just showed up in the scoreboard as well. Another player
nice.
with 100 points. Also got the easy flag. Now we have 5 players in the scoreboard.
Nice. And so another question I had for you, Nahamsek, was you were messing with Axiom recently, right? From Pryak?
Today we were, yeah. So I've been looking at Axiom for a while, but I've never like set it up. It's always looked interesting, but I've never had I'm very stubborn when it comes down to like using new tools that have been coming out, especially with for bug hunting.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks legit. It looks like a really, really fun tool. And today we had on the stream, we had Pry. I think is his name. And he came on the show and like gave us a little tour of how everything works. And I'm genuinely curious to like run against a big org on my end, like an Apple or a Google, and see how it handles it. And luckily, because of like the streams, I'll be one of the fortunate people that can run up a giant cost because I've accumulated some affiliate points. But I want to like put it on like some $20 boxes and see how much I can push the limits of it until DigitalOcean kicks me out, probably.
Yeah, super cool. That would be like amazing. I can't imagine having like a fleet of systems, right? You just be like auto scaling group go and just have this like massive swarm of systems all doing enumeration for you in parallel.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like just tools coming out that just distributing. I think distributing recon is very. I like recon personally. It's fun to do, not so much for the hacking parts of it, but it's interesting to see the new techniques that come out. Like BBRF is another one that's really cool. That's also baked into Axiom, surprisingly. So it's cool to see all these new tools come out, and I'm excited to go check it out at some point.
Awesome.
I definitely recommend it to people to go and, especially if you do bug hunting, it'd be very cool to go check it out.
We've just seen Big O's going to the Brazilian live stream, so we already know he's watching at least one of the live streams.
Nice. Also, Draxting subscribe to us on Prime. Thank you so much. We appreciate the subscription. And I thought I saw my homie Nick Brands on here. Let me check. I just saw the banner flash up on the screen. But Nick, if you're out there giving us shout outs from the Netherlands, we appreciate you and we miss you, man. Can't wait to hang out with you again.
I think John the Ripper is hitting UHC.labs pretty hard, trying to figure out the right combination. They're doing internal UHC.labs, and then now they're doing UHC labs without anything at the end of it. And I think one of them may have hit. I think something may have hit on their end.
Oh, nice. And now we play the Discord waiting game.
Oh my god.
It's a calorie screen right now. We're good. We're not missing out on much. Let's see.
Right on.
Come on, Discord. Come on, boy.
Come on, let's see.
Come on.
I'm going to pop over to Wade and see how they're faring. You know, I was kind of curious to see Wade going over to like GoBuster, because they had WFuzz running, and you know, it effectively does the same thing. So it's like, I don't know, if you got a tool that works and you know that it works and you know how to use it, it's like you don't necessarily have to jump to another tool, I feel like.
Shout out to Nubis. Nubis, thank you for subscribing to us. And 0x03F3 redeemed a question, but didn't send us any questions. So let us know what question that was here in the chat, and we can't, give you a shout out here.
Maybe redeeming the extra question without sending a question means that we get to ask the question. So what's your question? Is it like, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? Or
oh my god. Okay, so before we go into that rabbit hole, the Brazilians are here from the Brazilian stream, and they're all sending us love and all sending Nehem Sack a lot of love here in the chat. So welcome, Brazilians. E aí, galera? Bem-vindos.
What up, brasileiros e brasileiras?
You say, back in Brazil, you say salve, which is, yeah, sup? What up?
What up?
Salve.
I see the homie Nick giving out tier 1 subscriptions in the stream. Thanks so much, Nick. Amazing, generous dude.
Thank you, Nick.
All these brute forcing, and still nobody's found the right endpoint. I'm really interested to see where this goes.
Oh, wait to see late game. You're gonna be literally screaming at your screen like, click the button, just click the freaking button.
I'm about to set this up and just go in on myself to see if I can also figure this out. I'm really curious now. The suspense is killing me right now, just going screen to screen trying to find out who's got it.
I'm looking at John's screen here on room number 9, and it finally loaded with Discord, and it looks like they're running Fuff now, and also fuzzing out the virtual host. So that's cool. One of the approaches that I take with Recon is I try to start small with word list, right? And so this actually was something I got from playing UHC, one of the preliminary rounds. I missed an endpoint from Fuff, but I spent all this time going with big word lists. And if I had just started with GoBuster and common.txt, I would have been off and running, because I found I had fingerprinted what the app was that they were running, and I'd found a published exploit for it, and I'd also found an SSRF from a commit in GitHub. And so I was ready to move on, and it was just that I was wasting my time looking at trying to use the wrong word list.
So just looking at,
I gotta say, I am trying a lot to watch John's screen, and it is not happening. So
Oh, no worries. And
Let's just choose another player, please.
I think biggest is has an idea because it looks like the CTF is set to internal.uhclabs.com, but in the source they're referencing to uhc.labs a lot, and I think that's the right approach. I just don't maybe pass it as the vhost and see what comes back.
Oh yeah, good call. And maybe I don't know, maybe there's like a way that they can do a resolve to get an IP address and then like add that to the host file or something.
Yeah,
they might already have done it.
They're pinging UHC Labs right now. We'll see what that comes back.
Just so you know, Xord26, the newcomer, is now already in the scoreboard. So we have 6 players in our scoreboard, and we have 15 minutes to go for the end of early game. And in 15 minutes, we go for mid game, and we already have 6 of them in their scoreboard. So it's a good night, y'all.
With just looking at Biggest's screen, it looks like the UHC Labs points to an internal IP. So maybe there is a vuln somewhere sitting here to hit that IP address, right? They just don't know where to look for it.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I think in this case, if I see like an internal IP leaking out like that, I would be looking for something like an SSRF, maybe
a server side vuln of some sort, right?
Yep. Something that, or always I want RCE if I can get it. But
it's forwarded for IP, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so maybe add that as a header. And
I mean, it's a CTF, right? You never know. In the real world, it would be like kind of like, what the fuck were you thinking when you put it in there? But for a CTF, I can see this happening for sure.
Oh, look, pop up in the scoreboard. Finally, Wade is in the scoreboard now. Our ex-champion finally joined all the other players, and now we have 7 of them in their scoreboard.
Nice.
So everybody's done the same level so far, or is it different levels?
No, it's all the same environment.
It's all the same, yeah.
Yep, they're all hacking the same things, and it's just whoever gets flags gets like more context as to like what they should be looking at. In some cases, sometimes the clues for the next flag aren't necessarily helpful. And I did want to give a shout out. I saw Erica in the chat mentioned the like X forwarded for stuff right at the same time that you did, Nahamsek. So it looks like great minds think alike.
Absolutely. I think that's got to be definitely a move. I haven't seen Biggest try and get. I might pop into the Brazilian chat and just drop X forwarded for just a wall of X forwarded.
Just to see the chaos.
do it as like I forget big ASCII art, just like X forwarded for. I forget what the program is that'll do that for you. But
there was someone in the chat asking if there is a difference between the Brazilian event and this one, the process to qualify or something. Nope. The only difference is the language that we're speaking. That's it.
Yep. In the Brazilian live stream, they're speaking Brazilian Portuguese, but the qualifying process, everybody, and also here in the finals, everybody plays the same environment. The qualifying process is the prelims are on Saturdays. I think they start at 8 a.m. Brazilian time, which is like
it's 7 or 8, something like that. It's 24 hours of qualifying.
Nice. Yeah, this is UTC -3, I think, for Brazil's time zone. It doesn't change during the year now. So
I successfully spammed hacking esports right now.
Nice.
I said X forwarded for like 6 times. I said, please do it already.
Oh my god.
Someone tell Biggest to do it.
Yeah, welcome to our frustration. Sometimes we get these ideas and we want the players to do things, but we have to see whether they do it or not. We're not the drivers currently.
Proxy through Igor to get the message to them.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I just popped over to Mr. Gentleman. They're still running FUF. Mr. Gentleman was the first one on the board. They're still running FUF, looking at that internal.uhclabs.com site and just kind of digging through the source there. They're pulling up HTTP headers from Mozilla Docs, so that's good.
Ooh, fine.
Yeah, it might be headed in the right direction. Also, it's going to be hilarious if it's something like completely different, is not the HTTP headers, and this whole time we're like, come on.
That would be insane. It looks like they're hitting something. Oh, it's only assets. They're hitting assets and it's doing a 302, but I didn't see what it was. What are they doing with Etsy host now? I want to know.
Let's see. Yeah. I got to say, I love the Mozilla documentation for HTTP stuff. I mean, granted, I would expect them to have expertise in HTTP and the web, but the documents that they provide are amazing. Oh, yeah, there it is. I see Mr. Gentleman right now pulling up the X-forwarded and the forward HTTP request
Biggest
headers.
is doing the same thing. Biggest just literally typing exported for HTTP request and he's looking it up.
Nice.
Come on, dude. Just curl-h. Come on.
And that is that's sometimes on the Brazilian live stream, they'll announce something and they'll say like, oh yeah, everybody should go look at X forwarded for, and then all of a sudden we'll see like all the players start doing it. But sometimes they'll say something completely different and we have no idea, but we just see like all the players start looking up a particular thing.
Yeah,
So
it's hilarious hearing you say the gentleman is looking it up, and I'm literally looking at Biggest, typing it in as you're saying this.
nice. So maybe they got the message. You got the message through to them, Nahamsek, and they broadcast it on the Brazilian stream.
I just wanna give a shout out to everyone on chat. We have people from the Netherlands, from Cambodia, from everywhere in the entire world, and that's so cool. A lot of people telling us they are watching it. They are watching UHC till 3 to 4 a.m. because of the of the time zones. Thank you, everyone. From Portugal, from Brazil, from everywhere around. So thank you so much for staying here with us and for enjoying a good old CTF online on Twitch and just having fun in the middle of the night or in the middle of the morning. Thank you all so much.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in from Germany. This is incredible. Just worldwide.
Yeah, everyone in the chat, dox yourself, drop a location, drop an address.
I'm at my house.
Let me know your credit card number if you can, just real quick. I just want to check something real quick.
We just had up on the screen, here it is. Mr. Gentleman is also now running FUF, but with the passing the header for X forwarded for as localhost. And doing this subdomain or the virtual host enumeration. I'm curious. I don't know, like if I would actually probably run like two different. Oh, they are running two different FUFs, but I don't know if they're both fuzzing for the same target. But here I might run like one with X forwarded for as localhost, but the other one with like that internal IP that leaked out to see whether that gets me a different result set.
Yeah, I think there's something with the hosting here because of the hints, right? Like everything's in this page for a reason when you do a CTF, right?
Yep.
So I'm assuming there's something there with either that IP address because the site looks too small. I feel like if this was a server-side vuln, there would be some indication of other files and endpoints on this website, right? But we're not seeing that just yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen any endpoints that look good for targeting in like the application side of issues. Wow, this is crazy. Ukraine. I saw somebody from Dominican Republic. This is wild, just from everywhere.
Is this actually the Kingpin?
Is this Joe Grand?
Joe Grand, is it actually you? I mean,
it might be.
If you're not, I'm pretty sure the person's gonna say, "Yeah, sure, it's the Kingpin here."
Well, yo, Joe, thanks for joining us. Amazing.
But anyway, being you or not, just shout outs to Kingpin, shout outs to Joe Grand because he's just a sweetie. And I miss y'all. I miss you, Hacker Fam.
Yeah, we had a blast hanging out with Joe Grand in Sao Paulo a couple of years ago.
I also miss Brazil as well.
I miss traveling in general. It's been a while.
Yeah, for sure. It sounds like DEF CON is going to be remote again this year, which is a huge bummer.
Yeah, it is a bummer, man. It's been I don't think I've gone this many months without Vegas.
Yep.
I gave up Vegas because of like DEF CON. Once a year is enough for me.
Yes.
Oh, sweet Jesus, can we not? Can we not go down to Del Lane? Because I'm gonna cry on Twitch.
I'll cry with you, sad face right now.
Let's see. So yeah, I'm curious as to like who's gonna find the way into like hit this internal system first. This is like we're gonna like bounce around a bit. I see like Felipe is using curl to try to hit internal stuff. Mateus also loading up the the host headers in curl. This is awesome.
Yeah, I see more Nmap. I don't know who they're watching in the other channel, but someone's doing an Nmap again. But it looks like there's some interesting stuff happening with blog.uhc.labs. I've seen a few screens with blogs. I don't know if it's legit or not just yet.
Interesting. Yeah. I wonder if that's like a virtual host that they were able to enumerate, or if it's just like an alias that points at the same thing they've been looking at.
Yeah, I saw a 504 on someone's screen, but it was like super last second when I saw it. But we'll see where it goes. That might be another way in.
Nice. I just saw Ricardo like switch between a shell that had Nmap, and it looked like there were other services up. And so, everybody's looking at the web application, but if there's other services,
Wade may have gotten it.
Oh, nice. Let's bounce over to Wade.
Because he's really messing with the blog.uhc.labs. He's doing a lot of stuff in his Etsy host. I don't know if that error is generic or if it's a part of the game, because I couldn't read what it said. But there was an error page on there earlier.
Oh, yeah. And got the developer tools up. I got to be honest, I feel uncomfortable every time that I'm working in developer tools in the browser.
Really? What makes you uncomfortable?
I just don't do a lot of web stuff. And so like normally when I'm doing web stuff, it's usually in Burp or like, with curl or like I'm using, some enumeration tool, but I don't know JavaScript particularly well. I always have to look up things for JavaScript, and it's just not my normal tool set that I live and breathe out of.
No, I definitely feel that, man. With I just like using developer tools when I don't want to open up Burp. If I have Chrome, Slack, and Burp running, not a good choice. So Network tab has been very helpful to see what's in the background. But yeah, I think Burp Suite is the best choice. And then for fuzzing, either the repeater tab or just for adding extra headers and stuff. Curl has been very helpful. But it looks like somebody's gotten in the labs blog to finally work.
Oh yeah, there it is. Nice. All right, so I'm guessing that the path was just to through Recon find this blog.uhc.labs page, and then I don't know whether they actually had to add a separate Etsy host entry for it, but then I'm gonna guess that there's some application bug in here that will help them get a shell.
Yeah, more than likely something, maybe a brute force for a login if there is a login, or some weak credentials to get in and upload a shell. So I'm curious, So is there privilege escalation in any of this?
All right.
We just saw flag.
Yeah, we just saw Wade submitting a second flag. All right. Let's check the scoreboard. And oh my God, look at the scoreboard, y'all. Holy moly, what happened? Ricardo is in first place now with 350 points, followed by Mr. Gentleman Xord and Wade and Phoenix. All with 350 points. Everyone got the second flag already. Felipe, Fosk, and Mateus are with the they're with the
because
first and second, I guess.
Wait, what hint did I give?
What happened to the scoreboard?
What? Did I guess that? Did I ruin this game with a hint?
We have now 5 players with 350 points. Ricardo is in first place. We have 2 players with 250 points, so the first and second flags. And we have 2 players with 100 points, the easy flag. So, yeah, we have almost all the players in the scoreboard, and we are now reaching mid-game. Okay, all right.
Some WP scan game going up. I want to know what this hint was. I was just trying to throw people into the rabbit hole by giving them my stuff to look at, but I guess my hint worked.
Yeah, I think you were spot on with that X forwarded for. That's what I'm guessing as to how people made it on to figured out the blog.uhc.labs.
Come on, Wade. GG 2 easies, man. You got WP scan going. Just pop a shell. So I'm assuming after they pop a shell, there's a prevesc happening at the end.
Yeah, we never know. Like there's usually some kind of prevesc, but sometimes it's like breaking out of the container or like getting out of the Kubernetes pod or whatever. But yeah, usually there's something. So the common methodology we'll see is once they get a shell, they'll run like a linps or some kind of like privilege escalation assessment toolkit, and then figure out where to go from there. But sometimes there's like pivoting as well. Last week, the first host that you got onto, you actually got a shell, but then there was like no flag. So people were like getting shells and had 0 flags. And then there was a second host to pivot to. And so once they got onto that second host, it broke everything open.
That's very cool. That's very, very interesting. Okay. Those are the kind of things like I wish with bug binders we could do. I've only been able to experiment with those on like TryHack Me and like these random CTFs. It's cool to hear you guys are thinking in that approach of like, okay, real red team stuff, right? There's no flag in there. Where are you going to go look?
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly what I was thinking, is like, this is why I like doing red team stuff, right? We run a red team operation. You get to go through the entire environment. You get to like actually find the bad things and then, show them to people, which really drives the understanding of why we need to fix problems.
Mm-hmm. All right. So it looks like Ricardo is doing another raft, large on blog. I wonder why. It's WordPress. Is it not?
Yeah, it looks like it's WordPress, maybe. Yeah, so here you go. You got the WP logins, WP configs. So maybe they just hadn't enumerated well enough yet. I've seen enough WordPress blogs that just by looking at it, usually I'm like, oh, WordPress.
It looks like WP mail, really.
Yeah, and you did call out WP scan is like usually that's my first thing to go to, and I think they've got it up in the browser tab there. So I don't, maybe it's running in a separate shell that we just haven't seen yet.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the two, right? It's either a old plugin or it's a weak credentials. I would just straight go for the weak credential of admin password, WordPress before I go down the WP scan route. But you never know. Yeah,
especially in the context of a CTF where the time is critical. The faster you can get that low-hanging fruit and get past an authentication mechanism, it's going to be super valuable. And so I feel like in this case, I'm right with you, Nahamsek. I would go for some easy creds. If I can authenticate, then I would start going for like modifying, the PHP that's in WordPress, because you can do like plugins and stuff. So you can either add your own plugin or modify an existing one, and then I'd probably throw myself a shell, and that would be my first shell.
Yeah, or doing the theme route, I've heard it works too. I've done the plugin one before, but the theme modification is also another route. So we'll see. It's got to be one of the two, right? It's got to be an outdated plugin or weak credentials, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Although it is funny, I can imagine as a CTF creator, you make enough CTFs that you get tired of like doing the obvious things. And so then you're like, okay, I'm going to give them a WordPress blog, but really there's like, a Drupal blog over here.
There's a /test folder somewhere that you didn't think about.
Yes. Zach, how much time is left for the CTF? We have 3 hours available of the CTF tonight. So they have 3 hours to finish every flag, or the first player to get root wins. So whichever happens first, the root flag or 3 hours of championship going on. And that's pretty much it. And although we have 5 players, 6 players now with 350 points in the scoreboard, the advantage goes to whoever submitted first. So it doesn't matter if they have the same amount of points. Since Ricardo is the one that submitted the flag first, he is now in first place and he has the advantage.
Yep, and we are seeing Ricardo go for the creds now. And I'll just add a quick clarifying point. Marina mentioned that the CTF is a max 3 hours. We started 1 hour ago, so there are 2 hours remaining tops. But if somebody gets all the flags before that, then we'll wrap up. And then what we do at the end is we all raid into the Brazilian live stream, where it's both English and Portuguese. And we chat with the winner and go through how they solved all the challenges. And then that's also where we have our giveaways from Offensive Security. So there's the 2 separate giveaways, one for 30 days of Proving Grounds access, and then one for a PWK course along with 30 days of lab time and an OSCP exam attempt. So definitely stick with us. It might be 2 more hours. It might be less.
Oh, I see someone's looking up WordPress 5.6 phones right now, which didn't even think about that. It could be an old WordPress that has some phones in it, right?
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to have anything obvious like that, but we'll see.
I see. I'm looking at Bigos now, and I see that they're fuzzing. I guess they're still looking for that blog, maybe. but they did add the X forwarded for, and they're doing it on that local IP that leaked, that internal IP, the 10.10.14.14. The local IP was not the way to phrase that. Internal IP.
Let's see if they find anything.
But yeah, and a great call out there, Nahamsek, about identifying the version number specifically, right? Because that can totally get you more information on what you should be focusing on, right? You know that you're looking for, vulnerabilities in either the specific WordPress 5.6 or WordPress 5.6 higher and then like down, right? So 5.7 and below, for example.
Is this Big Os's screen right now? Number 10?
We're checking out Big Os in number 10. And it looks like they switched over to the local host. I guess they weren't getting any responses back from FUF. But this is what's your preferred way of virtual host enumeration?
I usually just do it with the same way as they're doing it with FUF. I think it's the easiest way to do it, to be honest. I usually do a lot of them in Burp. I'll hit a few random ones. But I think FUF does a really good job of doing this. I wonder if you can do it with Axiom now too. In my head, I'm going, can I do this with Axiom with like a bunch of them? But yeah, what do you do usually?
Honestly, I generally will just go through. I mainly don't focus on web stuff. So usually, like my route is to like do OSINT on the people that will have access to the systems that I want. And then go through like credential dumps and then look for like try to find authentication mechanisms that have single factor, and then look for like credential reuse. And that's usually like a way in that I don't have to be super noisy. I generally just tend to be quiet. But one thing that I do for subdomain enumeration, which you could kind of consider for the same as like virtual host, is I really like the Project Sonar from Rapid7. So I have a setup where like I use a tool from HDMore called inetData, and I kind of like have some changes that I made to that for like faster ingestion. But what it does is it processes the Project Sonar data set, which is free. You can like sign up. You can either get an older version for free with like no auth, or you can like sign up for a free account and get like I think you can do 20 something API calls within a 24-hour period. But anyways, you can put on these data sets, process them, and then you can do like super fast lookups, right? So I did like, I think I did a lookup of like Amazon, like Amazon AWS.com. And I was able to get like all the subdomains out of Project Sonar in like 45 minutes. And there was like, like hundreds of thousands or something like that. So that's kind of the way that I try to go, is like, how can I do things without touching the target infrastructure? But in a CTF,
passively doing it.
Yeah, in a CTF, I'll just blast at it. So yeah, I would probably go with FUF or GoBuster here, because GoBuster also has a vhost like subcommand.
Everyone's in the scoreboard now, y'all. Ricardo's still first place. Having the easy peasy and the easy flag submitted, along with Mr. Gentleman Expert, Wade and Phoenix, and Dante. Felipe Vasco Mateus and João Ribeiro, or John the Ripper now. With 250 points they went straight for the easy flag, and they jumped over the easy peasy one. And Big O's in 10th place with 100 points with the easy peasy flag.
Nice.
Oh, someone's messing with the some WordPress. They're sending PHP info. I don't know who that was. They're sending stuff to XML RPC, it looks like, but let's quickly look for them. I'm going back and forth between us and other stream and looking at what they're looking at.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm curious as to what Mr. Gentleman is up to, because when I was checking on them before, they looked like they were making some pretty good progress. So let's bounce up to Mr. Gentleman. And okay, what is that? Some vulnerability. I only caught
plugin.
Yeah, plugin vuln. Look like maybe there's an SSRF.
That'd be nice. Let's see.
Yeah.
Detailed IP address. Maybe they don't take an IP address. Smart. Okay.
Oh yeah, or maybe there's a filter. We've definitely seen in the past where there's been like some kind of filtering that you have to bypass. Like they'll have like a WAF or something like that. So maybe passing a straight IP doesn't work, but passing a differently formatted IP might get you past it.
Or using like XIP or whatever it's called and having a domain so it doesn't look for the IP address maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it is the parameter is subdomain, right? So if you pass like maybe it wants not a numeric entry.
Just hitting localhost.xip.io potentially, because they're not getting a call, right? Yeah, they're not getting any calls on their end.
Yep. But yeah, that does look promising. Do you how often do you feel like, just ballpark percentage, do you see that like the query parameter name is indicative of like what is actually like a problem with the issue?
A lot of times, like when I see something like URL coming in, my mind goes to 2 or 3 different vuln types versus like I think it's a very good it's like a how do I say it? It's like a habit, right? It's like built into your head. When you see a particular thing, your brain just immediately goes to this one vulnerability type. And I think this has the subdomain thing. It's more of a giving an actual domain versus IP address, which whoever's on the screen right now are doing the domain route. So I'm curious to see if it's going to change if they give it an actual domain or a subdomain, because it could just also be looking for a whitelist, right? That only allows something.uhc.labs, for example. So I'll probably send this to Intruder. Personally, I would send this to Burp Suite Intruder and just have it go through everything uhc.labs if I don't get a hit on my server for the IP address.
Oh yeah, good call. Right, so you're kind of testing first, like can you make it reach out externally, and then if not, you're going to test, can I make it reach into something internally? But
it also looks like this says there's an actual CVE for this Canto 1.70. I'm going to pull it up actually on my end and see if we can understand what it is. 1.7 SSRF. It's unauthenticated, and it's literally, I think they're a step ahead. Whoever's doing this right now, they're looking at the right thing.
Yeah, it definitely seems. I haven't seen any of the other players finding this particular plugin and looking at the blind SSRF. So I feel like they're on the right path. Another thing I'll call out here is I just saw in the quick tab between windows, Mr. Gentleman has a VPS that they are using to catch their own connections. So they've got their own like attack infrastructure, and which is great. So you don't have to deal with like potential routing issues or networking issues trying to catch a shell, for example, through like the NAT on your home router or your home Wi-Fi.
Right.
So always a fan of having some kind of like dedicated attack infrastructure. And then for CTFs, it's amazing because you can easily catch reverse shells or connections. And, you can verify to like, does the SSRF reach out of the environment or whatever? And then in actual red team operating, having your own infrastructure is great, because if something bad happens, you just burn it down and spin up new ones.
Who are we watching right now? Because I think they're missing something really big in their POC.
Yeah, it's Mr. Gentleman is who we've got on the screen.
I think what they're missing is at the end of subdomain equals to your IP port, you have to have a question mark at the end, and they don't have it in their request. It literally says, note, using a question mark is mandatory for this POC to work. And I don't think they're using that yet.
Oh, yeah. And I wonder,
see it.
Yeah.
It's right there. See, it's a subdomain. You have to put a question mark at the end of it, it said.
Yeah. No. They're like moving on to a different file. Let's see here. Yeah.
Look at the end of it. You see that at the end of the POC, it says using a question mark is mandatory.
Yeah. Let's see. And I got to be honest, this is something that I'm guilty of, is just kind of glossing over reading the actual words and just looking at, what are the commands, or like, what's the code on the screen?
Yikes, you're missing one letter character, question mark. Oh, you're missing the question mark.
Oh no, there it is. They got
it. Is. I thought you didn't need it. Nice. Okay, so SSRF is in.
Nice. All right, great.
RCE to what? SSRF to RCE, dude. No, you're going too fast.
They're not spending enough time on recon.
Yeah, you have stuff to look at right now, but let's see.
And I got to be honest, I haven't seen what the specific IP address is of the like blog.uhc.labs, but
it's 52.39. That's a cloud environment, right?
Yeah, it looks like, to me, that looks like a EC2 IP space. So, I would be thinking, yeah, there it is. I just saw it on the screen.
Metadata, pull some keys, pivot.
Absolutely. Yep.
Rinse and repeat. Yep.
So I think back to like all these red team ops that I did that were in like in a cloud environment, and I had no knowledge of what AWS stuff actually looked like. and just like working through the instances themselves, right? Trying to get to like the databases and whatever. And it's like, man, I could have just like from my first shell, I could have just pulled the keys and then just like totally looted the environment and been done. And we did do that, like eventually getting to that point, but I just think of all the time that wasted.
Yeah, I think the first move for me, usually when I see a request coming in from an SSRF, is I would literally go in and do an IP lookup, like an IP info quickly, curl IP info / IP, see what it comes from. And I think getting that metadata link is like a must, especially if it's a cloud infrastructure and not their own. So I'm very curious to see why they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, good point. And you could do that also just with a quick reverse DNS lookup as well, right? You could do just a dig-x and see what comes back.
Is this POC fully blind? Is that why? Oh, it's a blind. That's why they can't hit. That's why they can't hit metadata, because it's a blind SSRF. So we'll probably have to do some JavaScript, pull some data from JavaScript, more than likely.
Yeah, good point.
Maybe, but we'll see. I'm interested to see where this is gonna go.
You know, with so is there like good tooling for to like accommodate or facilitate SSRF exploitation? Like I know like if I find a SQL injection, I'm going to SQL map. Find SSTI, I'm going to go with TPL map. But I can't think of anything.
SSRF test, ssrftest.com.
Okay.
It's something that myself and Serafina Brocious, aka Dakin, we worked on a couple of years back when we talked at DEF CON, but it's super basic. It just pretty much throws a ton of different environments and different ways that you can exploit SSRF, and we give you everything you need. We give you the IP, the token, everything. You just have to use ours, and it just loops through a bunch of different endpoints and list of stuff that goes through. You can both go to surftest.com. I think it's still up, or you can just use the GitHub repo and spin up your own.
Nice. So there you go. There's a hint, players. They're finding this SSRF.
But this has got to be a hard one to figure out right here.
Yeah. Sometimes like having to chain bugs together can be really challenging, especially when you're under the pressure of a timed CTF. But yeah,
you're also a very cool repo they're looking at. The JD on sec SSRF other thing is really, really cool. They've done a good job of indexing every talk, every tool, every research done on SSRF particularly.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I haven't seen that repo. I'm definitely familiar with the like payloads, all the things.
We have a new leader on the scoreboard, y'all. If you take a moment to look at our scoreboard, we have a leader with 700 points. It is John the Ripper, João Ribeiro. All right, maybe tonight is the night that he changes his handle to John the Winner.
John the Winner's got to come through. I see somebody who is this? Biggest is still going insane with the local IP that they found. They're hitting every port on it right now with curl. They're curling it with every single port.
I remember I had
going with this.
I had a job interview question once, and oh my gosh, it's so slow. But that's cool. I mean, like you can definitely enumerate for services. But yeah, they were asking me like, what could you do with curl on a box? And I was like, pull down, more of my like custom tooling. And the answer that they were looking for that I didn't get was you could use it for port scanning. I was like, oh, right, yeah. But I was like, I don't think I've ever port scanned inside an environment before. Like usually when I get in, then I'm just like all read primitives to figure out how to move through.
Right. This is not a blind SSRF. So if you look at the screen we have on right now, it looks like they pulled a file for etc password.
Okay.
So they got to be able to hit the metadata instance, right? Because it's not blind SSRF anymore. They literally in the background, what's highlighted was the etc password. I'm pretty sure right there.
Let's see.
So all I have to do is now either pull a HTTP key, or not HTTP key, or SSH key, or hit the data instance. One of the two, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And I would be going for the metadata instance, me personally.
I think that's more common than a leaking RSA key, right? Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
All right,
although
so important info. João is now with 800 points, which means he
What?
got all the flags except for root. So now there's only root left for him.
Oh my goodness.
And we are almost in the middle of our mid game. So we still have 1 hour and a half to go if John the Ripper, doesn't go for root.
Yeah, Erica in the chat saying once they get a shell, they can confirm the new pseudo exploits work.
That's good.
Which would be such a relevant privesk for this week.
I think I missed it. I wanted to see how John the Ripper solved this bit because they passed this already, so they got RC somehow.
Yeah,
I'm wondering how they got it.
yeah. Why don't we bounce over to John's screen? Oh, I guess Marina's already there.
I am in the. We are watching that screen right now.
Sorry, I was looking at somebody else.
Welcome to the live stream.
Hey, I get curious sometimes.
Oh, so we are watching. Okay, so we were watching this. So they haven't still figured out the exploit for this SSRF.
Nice. Oh, I'm getting the Discord thing where it doesn't load now. So lucky me. All right, I'm switching over.
I believe in you, John. Up another hint.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm with you. Given that we've seen the IP space that looks like it's AWS, and you've got this SSRF that's not blind. I mean, granted, IMDS v2 does have like the extra step now, like where you have to get like a separate request in order to get the access keys back. But that's still like what I would be checking first.
Dropped it in the Brazilian chat just to see if anyone.
I see you.
It's data.
We in theory we still have 1 hour and 30 minutes, but Nathan Sack is so excited he cannot wait. Literally.
I just don't want to wait an hour and a half for someone to hit the metadata instance. I want to see what's next.
Yeah. So I think we're seeing John's screen. They were trying to get the WP config, which is great because that'll have credentials. But it looked like they didn't have the path for where it was. They were trying var www HTML and then just straight WP config, I think. And so maybe it's in a subdirectory or maybe it's just in a completely different location. Let's see. Looks like we're just kind of scoping out the Etsy password, but
I mean, the one thing that stood out to me for the Etsy password at the end is
the Tomcat.
Yeah, you saw that too, right? Yeah. Oh, looks like someone's giving up on file. Come on, buddy. I believe in you. There we go. 169. No. Oh, wait. That's actually smart. That's actually really smart. They're going for Tomcat. 8080. Oh. Yeah, it may not even need metadata on this.
Yeah, good point, right? Because if Tomcat is listening, there you go. It didn't send a false. You got a 200 back.
So 8080 is there, yeah.
Yeah. So if and enumerating for Tomcat here. Let's see.
Docs, yeah, that's the right one. No, just / manager, dude. Just do it.
Yeah. Yep. I was gonna say go for the management interface.
No, don't give up yet. Don't give up yet.
I think the HomSec, you're gonna win the award for like most instances of yelling at the screen.
I can see what they're doing. I just don't have the patience. Is not my best thing, but there's a few things you can do. You know, Tomcat, read the Tomcat XML files and see if you can get anything out of it.
Yep. And so yeah, going back to that WP config, and I think you're right that looking at that Tomcat path was the way to go.
Yeah, I agree.
But let me think. So every time that I haven't done anything with Tomcat recently, but in the past when I would do Tomcat, I would find some way onto like the management interface, and then I would deploy like a war file and then catch a shell out of that. But I don't know, like cobbling those like HTTP requests together to like get a file uploaded through an SSRF. That's got to be pretty tough.
Yeah, I think you make a valid point because if you do get into the console somehow, how are you going to upload your file, right? Yeah.
And Graphy in the chat asking, what is Tomcat? Tomcat is like a Java web server-ish. Yeah, like Silvano's got it. It's coded in Java, and every time I see it in an actual environment, I'm like, oh, these poor people.
But it's fun to come across those like 1 in 100 time that you try and the admin works on it. It's a rush, dude.
And OJ also technically correct. It is a cat named Tom.
Jerry's That's good.
Yeah, Erica, good ad application server. Yep, perfect. Awesome. Yeah. All right. So, oh man, like it's so tough sometimes.
Ballsy. Okay, that didn't work.
So tough sometimes to see people look like they're starting down the right path and then totally veer off the path and go a different way.
I would still hit metadata. That's just me though.
Yep. Yeah. Maybe you need to go back in the chat and type more metadata as spam.
Just metadata in 8 lines. I put M for a whole line. A the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you could totally get some good access with the access keys out of the IMDS. Yeah. So unless they've got the role is like, or the instance profile is scoped down super low, and then there's nothing to get at, which also could be the case.
Oh
no, we lost the stream.
Oh. All right,
we're
he's
back.
Okay, right. that was just a brief interruption, y'all. Just so everyone know.
Difficulties. We're live.
Which one of you did the Twitch points for that?
Just so everyone know, the players are one of the rules is that the players stream their screens at all times. They have a 2-minute tolerance. 2-minute. How would you say it?
Limit.
Please.
Limit.
Yeah, probably to be offline in case of technical difficulties or anything like that. So they have to stay streaming at all times. That's why we see everyone live. If they don't, they're out.
Oh, right. I forgot to bet. I think bets are closing soon. So if you're going to bet, go for it.
Yep. And man, I can't cheer for anyone explicitly, but yeah, fuck that. João, you got this, bro. You got this. I am cheering for you for all those editions that Int80 mispronounced your name, kid. You have to win. Win for the Brazilians. Win for your country.
I doubled down on number 9 on both channels. I used all my points.
Nice. No pressure, John.
No pressure, João.
If you're listening, metadata, bud. I'm waiting for it. I still just want to see it. I just want to see the request going out, so I can shut up about it already. The Etsy. Oh wait, Etsy host. What's in there?
It's just local. I saw. Look like a local host, local domain.
I was gonna say you have pulled up Etsy password, etc password like 9 times. It's not going to change. It's gonna stay the same.
I would be so worried if I was playing a CTF and I pulled up Etsy password and then I subsequently pulled it up and there was a new edition.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Like, oh no, somebody's ahead of me.
Automating it. You should throw it in there to mess with people that are playing.
Sure, yeah. Well, they've got enough to worry about. Come on. I
got the right idea. Outside of the, me constantly complaining about metadata, it's the local host 8080 was a good indication of like, hey, maybe throw this at FUF and see if you can fuzz for it. Yeah,
great point. Which I think in doing that, I'm sure you would find something in Tomcat if there's something there.
Because it could be another exploit chain of some sort, maybe, right?
Right. Yeah, I know Tomcat has had its share of vulnerabilities over time, and so maybe it's like an old version that has some like super easy bug.
Or there's some like path normalization stuff happening. That's why the docs didn't work.
Yeah, it looks like I guess they're just running a list of Joao's running a list of common files. Although, what is that? Oh, bash RC. All right, never mind. I was like, that looks like like actual shell script, but yes, it's a bash RC file.
Biggest is still going in with the port scans. He's on port 1400 almost. We'll check.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, kudos to always having some kind of recon running, as IPSEC would say, but I would not be waiting on this on the port scan that Big Os is running. I would not be waiting on it to settle out. I'll be poking at other things.
Ooh, it looks like Dante's taking my advice. My money's on you, buddy. Let's go.
Wait. Oh my God, where is it? 6. Room number 6. Dante, let's take a look.
I just pulled him up, and he's looking at metadata right now, but he hasn't looked at the right. Oh, he's pulling credentials for it? No.
Nope. Let's see.
Step back. You got to go to latest, dude. You have 2 slashes in there, too, but.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I don't think he knows what to look for yet. You just got to start with the latest, and is he listening to me right now? He took this.
Maybe he checked the chat.
Go back to latest. Just go back to latest.
Right. Yeah. So
here we go. There it is.
Yeah, we got access creds.
Let's go.
Nice.
Dante is just quickly trying to type in those credentials. Oh, AWS config, dude. There you go.
And they've got Paku installed. Now they've got Python issues though.
Oof.
We went from UHC to tutoring straight up with Nahumsec.
I'm not bullying anybody just yet.
So Paku I really like. It's a really nice framework and great in this kind of situation where if you've got keys and you're not necessarily super familiar with navigating AWS environments, you can just throw your keys in and just be like, run this module, and it will try a bunch of things for you.
Right. I've only used NCC's AWS tool.
PMapper?
No, there's another one.
Okay.
They have one that just give it the keys and just scans and tells you every service they have and what you have access to.
Oh, nice.
And very, very helpful when you're going against a really huge org. Yeah, I like the way they give you a report. I mean, it's pretty like corporate setting up, but the report is very, very cool. That tells you in red, like EC2. There's a bunch of them. Go through all the EC2 instances.
Nice.
But see, we've been screaming about this. They could have been here like 30 minutes ago. Got a valid point.
Yeah, but it's a broadcast, right? You got to keep it entertaining. You can't just
if I'm not invited again to UHC.
Oh yeah, Scout Suite.
Scout. Yep. It's a very, very good tool for times like this. But honestly, like in a CTF, dude, I would just config my AWS, let it run. But I see what they're trying to accomplish at the same time.
Yeah, Paku pretty good here. I also really like Cloud Splaining, which is from someone at Salesforce, and that'll give you like a list. And I think they kind of tie it in. So Paku made by Rhino Security Labs. I think Cloud Splaining ties into like the IAM privesks and stuff like that as well. So it's kind of cool to see the tooling develop in this space where previously there was none. And my path to success was like button mashing tab and like reading the documents.
Of course, that's always the step one that should be right. Like, it's cool that there's all these tools, but going RTFM, it's definitely a very good place to start.
Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, so it looks like they did not get the creds pasted in correctly.
They're probably missing the token. The token's always what gets me.
Yeah, because it's so long, right? And I guess, I see. I bet I see what it is. So in the text editor, I briefly caught that there was slashes that were escaped by backslashes, and so you have to unescape those. So yeah, let's see if they pick it up. This is going to be my yelling at the screen moment. Come on,
you got this.
Remove the yes, all right, woo!
Hacker voice, we're in.
We did not have to. Hacker voice, we're in. We did not have to yell at the screen. Great, awesome. And the other part here, I think that dash is also something that needs to be removed. The dash on that, the suffix of that first line. I don't think that's in the lexicon or the key space.
Dude, John the Ripper is down some like rabbit hole with Gopher right now. Ooh, they're trying to do a Gopher RC. Okay. Good for
Nice.
you, but that's gonna be tough.
Another reason that I like working in like the console is in this case with the text editor. There you go. Cool. I could not tell if there were like line breaks in there or if it was all one line. And so I was like, if you're going to paste like multiple lines for a secret token, it is not going to work.
All right. Now all we need you to do is hit AWS EC2. Just do it.
Yeah, here we go. All right. So we're off and running with Paku. Excellent.
Come on, Dante. Believe in you.
This is amazing. I think this is only the second UHC that I've seen where operating in the AWS space was, like what people were doing. In one, it was definitely part of the challenge, but here I'm curious as to like whether that's the intended kill chain or not.
He said, look, and then he brought that up. Very entertaining. This man is listening. Can you drop an F in the terminal if you're listening? Type F if you're listening.
He's going to like Control C the module and type F. Dante, if you're listening, you should check out my talk, Anti-Forensics AF. It also has goats in it.
Oh my God, I remember that talk because I had to translate that to Portuguese. That was something to remember.
Why are there screaming goats?
Oh my God.
So, I mean, if there's no EC2, what else is there? S3 maybe? Or unless they have, Elastic Bean? Maybe? Well, that would come up in EC2 though, right?
Well, you could have so many services in play here, right? You could have the final flag is stored as an object in an S3 bucket. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
WordPress might be deployed through something that's more like DIY, or I'm sorry, not DIY, but the inverse of that, more managed, like Lightsail. Lightsail is a service that will just like spin up all your stuff for you. I think there's like a pre-packaged thing where you can just be like, Lightsail, give me a WordPress blog, please, and it will like do it. Yeah, it could be Elastic Beanstalk as well, right? Which can do the auto scaling, which we definitely see the UHC staff. They will make challenges with like load balancers and everything in AWS. OXO3F3 or yeah, O'Day saying show dedication, break a monitor for our boy Wade. I love it.
I'm looking at John the Ripper really quick because I want to see if that Gopher exploit. I didn't think about the Gopher thing. That would have been probably the easiest thing to do if it works, though. That's a big if.
Yeah, we've seen people leverage Gopher successfully in previous challenges, so it definitely could be another occurrence of that.
Yeah, I can't see John's screen just yet. It's loading.
I bet like John has some, maybe like little snitch or like some network filter or something that is like messing with their stream to Discord, which is then causing problems for everybody that wants to view John's screen.
We'll see where this goes. I'm curious to see if all of my screaming is going to pay off, or if I push him to a rabbit hole for some reason. And I feel really, really bad.
Well, I think Dante is interested in more of your screaming because now Dante is loading up Go for Us as well.
Oof. Who am I watching right now? Oh, this is Dante. Okay.
Yeah.
I think probably John is having some technical issues with his stream because I see two of the other staff here.
Yeah. So Marina, if you want to bounce back to Dante, they're still working on some cool stuff.
So EC2 wasn't it, huh?
So yeah, I would start then looking at some of these other services like Lightsail and Lightsail and Elastic Beanstalk.
You're missing a port, dude.
All right, so 0x03F3 redeemed player screen time and said, Ricardo, my main man.
All right.
So yeah, let's run to see what Ricardo's doing. Ricardo, just so y'all know, he is second place in our scoreboard with 350 50 points, and he was in first place for a while here. So Ricardo is also a veteran here on UHC. He has played his fair share of editions, and maybe tonight is his night. Can he beat John Rivers? Can he beat Wade as well? Let's see.
I have faith in my boy Dante. I'm still watching him. He took the advice, so we'll see where he goes.
The first player to listen to Nahamsek gets a bonus.
So we have another person redeeming a question without actually sending a question. So Intady has now the stage to do some really bad joke.
Yeah, great. So Dorp redeeming a question, but we didn't get it. So I guess the question is, has anyone ever really been far to do as go look more like?
What?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
It is an old internet meme, which it's this question that like doesn't make any sense, but you like all of the words are regular words, so you you keep reading it and you think it's going to get somewhere, but it doesn't end up anywhere. And then there's a response to it that is maybe even more so discombobulated. It like doesn't make any sense. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Thank you, Jesus. Dorp, thank you for sending the question. They actually sent us a question. The question is, it wouldn't let me put a question. Can you talk about burp suit pro versus community?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dorp. Thank you so much.
I will defer to Nahamsek on this one. I'll just add quickly, like I think Burp Suite has a lot of awesome functionality, both in the community and the pro edition. And in the pro edition, I feel like it's probably if you're into bug bounty and you're like actually making some money from it, I would say Burp Suite would probably be my first purchase as pro.
Nailed it, man. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're doing. I used the community edition a lot for when I used to do CTF when I first started streaming. I was just trying to make a point that you don't need to buy anything outside of community. But if you are like me, you don't like doing Python, you don't like coding stuff or automation, Intruder is really helpful with Burp Suite. It's also fast. I think you don't have to, debug your own crappy code if you're not doing a good job of it, to be honest. But it depends. Like, it depends on your fundamental skills, right? Like, if you know how to do things on your own, you will not need anything outside of community. If you don't have the skill set, then you got to pay for a better tool that does it for you. Burp Collaborator is great to have. Intruder is good to have. And I also like the extender stuff that, do you need it? No. But is it nice to have? Yeah, absolutely. But if you're new, honestly, just get the community edition and it will give you a reason to get better at automation and learning how to do stuff with Python or Bash. And then you don't have to rely heavily on a tool. But we're all different, right?
Absolutely. And we frequently say that, or I frequently say that the tools don't make the hackers, right? Mm-hmm. You can, which is like totally proven here in UHC. We see, some people use Kali, some people use Parrot, some people just have like a Windows set up. And so you can use, pretty much anything to be successful. And I think you hit it right on the head of just kind of knowing like where your strengths are and figuring out how you can augment them or improve.
Yeah, some people don't know how to exit Vim like I do. And I mean, like I don't know how to exit Vim, to be clear, but
you just turn the computer off. That's it.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. You're right. It looks like Gentleman is also going down the rabbit hole of the AWS keys. What I want to know is if there was only one role in there or if there was other ones, because there's two roles you can get keys from. One is the EC2, or not EC2, the IAM role, and there's another one too that I've seen people pull from.
Interesting.
I don't know what the one is called. There's two ways you can pull credits from, but I just can't think of what it was.
Yeah, the thing that came to mind for me was depending on the environment you're in, the IMDS server might have a different IP address. So if you get an SSRF on something that's running in ECS, for example, and you go to 169.254, 169.254, you actually won't get the access to the creds there. There's like a different IP address for the metadata service. If it's just a traversable directory path or set of paths. So you can start, at the root at / and like just kind of work your way through to figure out what stuff is where.
Just wanted to say real quick, Big O's got up in the scoreboard, so he now has the easy and the easy peasy with 350 points, together
Nice.
with Dante, Phoenix, Wade, Exord, and Mr. Gentleman and Ricardo, with João Ribeiro still in first place with 800 points, and Felipe and Mateus on 9 and 10th place with 250. With the easy flag. And I would also like to say that, let me check here. 0x03F3, Jesus Christ. I will still get your handle right, I swear. Redeemed another question, but didn't send the question as well. I don't know if y'all are having any technical difficulties with the store. If yes, let us know here in the chat. You can also just send the question here in the chat and we will read it. If you don't, we're gonna have to go through another joke.
This isn't a joke, but why? Like, what's the best rap group and why is it dual core?
Yes, this is not a joke, y'all. This is a serious issue right here. I can attest that.
I kid.
I don't know who I'm watching, but I think Matthias P, is that what the name is? They're looking deep into AWS stuff. They're looking at profile for some reason. I would just hit security groups to see if there's any credentials there outside of the security credentials.
Oh, nice.
I think that's the other one. I don't remember exactly what it is, or why the other one is there, but it doesn't never hurt.
So Silvano asking if I rap in the shower, and I definitely do sometimes. And OX03F3 and O'Day nailed it. STC is the greatest. So yes, what up to Bryce, to Whitey Cracker, and to Spam Tech.
All right, who else we're gonna go look for here? Who are you watching, Nahum?
I am watching Mateus.
All right.
Mateus Pimentel.
Where they're going with this?
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
they're totally using the SSRF, and they're, as we talked about, they are traversing these set of paths in the metadata service.
Oh, wait a minute! Look who came through. If it isn't Namsec boy Dante with 800 points in the scoreboard now.
Oh,
let's go! What did he solve? What did they solve?
Looks like they solved that medium, or the whatever the second to last one is.
Oh, they got it. Nice.
Let me check. Yes, he got the easy peasy, the easy, and the medium, and now he's going for the last one, for the hard one.
Oh, he's looking for Redis. Is Redis going to be it?
Yeah, it looks like they're trying a set of ports, just kind of going through the Go For Us README and then trying different things. But I wonder where, like, do you recall seeing where that flag came from? The second to last one?
I didn't. No, unfortunately.
So I was just wondering if maybe it was like one of those services that they tried, because it was on the response side.
There's an SMTP right there, so that could work, right? 25 just came back.
Error. I can break the rules too. Goodbye. So that's interesting.
So that may be doable.
Yeah, and when I clicked over to Dante, they were looking at the memcached or memcached port. So the one prior to that is fastCGI. So maybe they got that response back from fastCGI potentially with the flag.
I've never actually successfully seen this work on a bug bounty program. I've heard of people doing it, but I've never actually been able to use Go For Us on a bug bounty program just yet. So it'd be cool to see a live demo of it.
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely been used in a couple of the episodes here. I think there's a typo in this particular request. I think they've got plan and they need plain.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, which is always like a challenge, right? When you're like looking at the wrong thing, you think like, oh, maybe this is not the way, but you just missed one character.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I actually learned about Go For Us from UHC from like 1 week where the players were using it for the challenge. Nice.
Go for this exploit. Why MySQL? You have port 25.
Maybe MySQL was where they got the creds from.
It could be. Yep.
Or the flag, I should say. And so, yeah, I'm not sure where they got the creds from. I'm going to guess it's from WP config, right? Because WP config will have the database credentials hard coded. So I'm asserting that they use the SSRF to read MySQL.php, or sorry, WP-config.php, and then take the creds out of there. And now they're using it for direct database queries.
All right. So it looks like they got the payload for Go for us to give us databases.
Nice.
Is this going to work though?
Yeah. So let's see what we get. I'm super excited for this. Here we go.
Come on. Nope.
Nope. Wait. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Is show databases though? Is that a valid SQL command?
Yeah, and
Okay.
for MySQL, it's show databases.
Okay.
It's at the end, I think.
Got it. Yeah, I know like show tables is okay, there it is on the Google results. Okay, cool. Let's see what else.
Let's see what the government's up to.
If you can run a query against, you've got some context already on the database server, and you're already using a particular database. I would just be like looking inside of that, right? Like, can I see like what tables there are? And then can I see the columns in those tables? Because if one of them is like password or keys or something like that, I would be dumping.
Yeah, because I mean, if you could pull actual, I guess if you get into MySQL, then you can update the WordPress password or make another username or whatever, right? Or update your account to an admin maybe.
Yeah, and or you might also have file write. You might get a file write primitive that way, right? Because you could do like a select into out file or a dump file, and that would get you a write onto the file system. You could write like a web shell or something else. You might be able, depending on how it's all set up, you might even be able to write like an SSH key out or something.
All right. It looks like the Mr. Gentleman is trying to do a select shell into an out file. And I wonder if that's going to work. I saw the last person was using an admin and not root. They're using root.
Oh, interesting.
Why the first one didn't work? The other, I think Ricardo was using administrator instead of root for MySQL. That could have been what hurt. Or Dante, whichever one we were watching.
Yeah. I did see Dante use that admin or administrator username, and so maybe I'm curious whether that which one is which, and whether it came out of WP config or some other file that they looted. Is one of the challenges of having 10 players and not being able to see everybody at the same time is we miss things and we don't know where certain things come from sometimes.
The only things that I wonder is if I wonder why everyone's going after Gopher. I'm curious to see what I mean, I get that Gopher is your way to get a RCE from this, but what indicate that this might be vulnerable?
Yeah, I guess just being able to identify other services that are open and then being able to communicate to those services. Gopher seems like the way to go through that SSRF.
All right, let's check in on Dante. They're still doing. They're doing expect command ID. That's another one we forgot about. SSRF, you can do that too. But I've never seen it in the real world.
It's out there somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah, these PHP wrappers are always amazing. Like, I'll forget about them until I run into them, and I'll be like, "Oh, right, this is somewhere where our PHP wrapper is probably a good thing to use."
They're not understanding that the command should be replaced with. There you go. Yeah, that's it. LS, is it going to work? Nope.
Nope, got a false.
What if it's blind?
I wonder, because it looked like there were a couple different files that were vulnerable, right? There was like get.php, and there was like, I think list.php and a third one. And I wonder if like one of them is blind, but one of them is not.
Let's see what everyone else is doing.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to double check on the leaderboard real quick to see where everyone's at, because sometimes things move around.
We're still the same place.
Okay.
So we have John and Dante, sharing the first place there in the scoreboard, with John being actually in first place because he submitted first, both of them with 800 points. Followed by Ricardo, Mr. Gentleman, Exord, Wade, PHX, and Biggles, all with 350 points. And Felipe and Mateos with 250 points, all players in the scoreboard. And we are now 5 minutes away from late game, y'all. So we have 1 more hour for them to get root.
Ooh-wee. Coming down to the wire. And we've definitely had some episodes where the player gets like the final flag in the last like 10 minutes. So it looks like no one's going to make it, and we're just going to end with somebody getting, some of the flags.
That is true. We are not just saying this. We had this for the last, 2 or 3 editions now? It's like 10 minutes to go. The players are already exhausted. We don't think anyone is going to score anymore. And then just out of nowhere, root. And we're like, how the...
We're almost there. We're almost there.
All right, here goes Dante trying to show databases again, but no luck. I'm like really curious about this the username, with it like admin or root or whatever. I would be going to check on those database credentials.
Yeah.
Superhero saying, just wait for it. Actually, let us take a quick look on Wade. He's been quiet this whole time.
Yeah, popping over to Wade. Wade running out of Cali for the first time on UHC. First time that I remember.
Like somebody's getting something out. Who are we watching?
Yeah, we're watching Wade, and Wade's got some credentials, it looks like. I think these are WordPress hashes, right? And it looks like they've got one of them cracked. That second one on line 13 looks like it cracked.
Now I want to know how they got this.
John, not on the box. So got an F in the shell. Yeah, I saw Wade had a shell, like a interactive interface up to MariaDB. And so that, maybe like, of course, Maria being like a fork of MySQL. So maybe it's actually a MariaDB running in the background there. But yeah, I'm guessing they dumped out of there. But the question to me is, how did they set that up, right? Like being able to directly query the database is way more preferred than having to run a query string through Go for us, take the encoded payload, paste it into Burp, run that, and then get the results back out.
Did they just hit MySQL? Like, I don't think that's the case, right? It wasn't one of those things where they just hit MySQL, whatever, and then give it the username and host and just connect to it. Was it accessible externally, maybe?
Oh, maybe. Or
have an interactive SQL in front of them.
Yeah.
Because the credentials, right? It says DB password right there. DB host is right there. It's just a matter of, is this host available externally to hit it or not, right?
Right. Yeah. So on that top part, it looks like that's a HTTP response that came back. Because in the tab, I see the like less than $PHP. And so
the RC box to get interactive SQL, maybe of some sort.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's Go first. Who knows? But I'm curious to see what this missing step was here.
Let's see. Yeah, digging through the results, and also just confirming again the AWS stuff. We can see in the top part, line 20, it looks like the DB host is on RDS there in US West 2.
Drexting in the chat asking, how does one qualify for this? If you ask our bot for the Discord server link of UHC, you can get in there and wait for Saturday. There's qualifying rounds every Saturday for the Twitch finals. So every Saturday you can try to qualify yourself for playing here live on Twitch. top 10 players to qualify get to play here live with us.
So it looks like it's Gopher from what we're seeing on the screen. It looks like it is Gopher. It's giving him a payload to use.
Nice. And just to add about the qualifying, there's the Discord link from the bot. So if you hit the Discord, that's where you can get the details about the prelims on Saturdays. They start early, like 8 a.m. Brazilian time, which is like 5 a.m. my time here in Austin. So you might have to get up early, but they run for 24 hours, so there's definitely plenty of time. Oh, there you go. Found credential. Oh, SSRF map. That's a new one to me. I didn't even know that was a thing. It looks like a default creds for Tomcat, right? No, Tomcat password. I feel like it's usually like manager password. I can't remember.
Tomcat password, admin Tomcat. It just depends on who's setting it up.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing is like I rely heavily on my notes. I take like extensive notes while I do stuff, and then I never remember anything, so I'm just like grepping all the time. Let's see. So Dante, or no, yeah, we're watching Wade right now. Wade, I really want to know, because we didn't get a definitive answer as to like how they got that interactive MySQL session or MariaDB session. 8009. Nope.
Oh.
There we go.
I think 88 was there, right?
Yep. So yeah, that's the Tomcat service. Now the next question is, here we go, enumerating. The next question is, how do you use those credentials effectively from this vantage point? Oh.
From earlier? No, it didn't work.
I wonder if somebody had already uploaded something that like a augmentation or something that, like a modification to backdoor on index that that lets you get that. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying something. We never know. We don't know the challenges. We don't know the solutions.
I wonder if they can update, because if you can update, you can just update the MySQL, not MySQL, but you can update the WordPress password, right?
Yeah, you could. Although they pulled the database creds out. So I would expect that if you've got the access for WP config, you would also have, or no, I guess the WordPress accounts are in the database. They're not in the config file, right? So yeah.
If you hit MariaDB, go in there, and then update your...
Add a user. Yeah, insert a user. Wow, I just... Marina is muted, fortunately, but I just heard her across the hall with both of our doors closed.
I was sneezing. I have a loud sneeze.
That's hilarious. That's good.
Yeah. So Blue Dragon mentioning...
Thank you. Bless you.
There is a rule about not locking players out of the environment. And so yeah, if you were to insert a new user into WordPress, that would be totally good.
Changing passwords, right?
Yeah, but updating the password if that's the only way to get through would not be a good thing.
Someone said they heard her sneeze.
Go fuck yourself, Silvano.
That's the speed of sound times like 10, I think. More like speed of light.
Y'all suck.
That's the new protocol, sneeze over IP. You can get sneezes into datagrams now.
That's good. Let's see where our friend Dante. What are you up to? Find him. Where's my Discord? There we go.
All right. I'm gonna just poke around. Yeah, we're checking. Marina, do you want to check in on Dante with us?
Dante is still trying to read files.
Sure.
Yeah. And I can. Oh, John's screen loaded up for me, and they also have a MariaDB interactive prompt.
Ooh, let's check them out. I can't see anything on my. Oh yeah, I can see it now.
So I like this is the big unsolved mystery thus far. I feel like is like, how did you get this interactive session with the database?
Doesn't MySQL let you? Oh no, that's on your local machine. If you do bang command, doesn't do it on the remote. It's on your local host.
Oh, okay.
Wait, if you have it, can you just do a select into file and write to?
Yep. Yeah. You potentially, as long as you've got the privileges, as long as there's like a grant that gives you the privileges, you could get a write primitive and do select into like out file, and then that could get you something on the system. But there's a couple different ways here, right? Like you mentioned, Nahamsek, if you just add a user, you could log into the WordPress blog, and then you could start adding PHP code into like a theme or into a plugin, or you could add potentially straight into the database. You could just add a new plugin and wire it up as well.
Yeah, I think we're really, really close to the end game here. It's just a matter of time at this point. It looks like John actually is reading files properly now. I see why. I understand why Dante isn't able to read files. They're not doing the right path, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's we saw a couple of players struggle with that, where they were getting false back looking for WP config just in the web root though, like under /HTML, and so it looks like they need that blog subdirectory.
Now it's just a matter of who's gonna figure out the next step first. It looks like everybody's almost on the same page here, except nobody knows the next step.
Yeah, I think whoever gets a shell first is going to be in really good shape, because I suspect that it's going to be a pretty easy task.
Felipe is already in WP admin. Let's go.
All right.
Get the shell going right now.
Nice. Bouncing up to Felipe and adding their own PHP code. And I guess just quick test to see if it works.
They're doing it in the themes, right? Yeah, theme editor. No permissions for it looks like. I can't read that, but that's what I'm assuming it is, because it says the FTP in instead. Plugin, but you gotta throw a plugin in there.
Yeah, let's go for it. Good. Yep. Yeah, you're right. Appearance is the section they're in. So actually, no, the themes are the next one, the next section down, and they're just in appearance right now. And I mean, I guess kind of it looks like they're looking at some dark thing, but I would consider that to be a theme as well, just not under or.
I think this is a good place to look into launching your own plugin by the looks of it. Just it's always a go-to, unless we missed the part where they tried and didn't work, right?
Right. Yeah. It looked like it wasn't allowing them to save it. So maybe their WordPress user doesn't have sufficient privileges to update a theme or something.
Could be, but this is very, very close. We did not have an eye on player number 2, and it looks like they beat everybody out of the park so far. It's just in there. The only person that I've seen so far doing anything on WordPress. Right.
Yeah, this is definitely the first player we've seen with an interactive session inside of the WordPress admin. So they're really close potentially to a shell if they can just figure out where to put the PHP code.
Yeah, I wonder how they got access. I guess at the end we can figure out by asking them.
Right. Yeah. My suspicion is that they also had a database read, and then they were able to select the creds out and maybe crack, because WordPress has its own hashing, right? I think it's like I forget now, a salted like PHP hash or something. Yeah. How to do the reverse. So come on, Felipe, you can do it.
Scoreboard is down, y'all. Someone redeemed the points and brought it down.
Nice. Chaos for the Fly asked in the chat, what version of WordPress is the site running? And I think we saw earlier on that somebody had found that it was 5.6.
Felipe just showed us how to do it. He literally went to a hash cracker and he cracked for it. Nobody else has done that yet. Thank you for that, buddy.
He typed in Portuguese, "Get out of here, you thief. Don't do it."
Plugins, buddy. You're doing it right. Try it out.
So the site said hash generator. So I don't know if they were actually reverse, like if they were getting the input or they were just generating a new hash. But that would be helpful.
Yeah.
If you're adding a user, then you need the correct formatting for the hash.
And then they pulled that from UHC user, and then the ultra user. Okay,
Nice.
I see what you're doing there.
Nice. All right. And Atai Sec says that there was a Metasploit module for a WordPress reverse shell also.
Oh, nice, interesting.
So
when it comes down to Metasploit, you do not need Metasploit for web shit. I say this over and over in my stream web stuff.
Yeah, I have very little experience with Metasploit. In my red team stuff, I have never used it. My methodology is to just get my initial foothold and then figure out how the systems communicate to each other normally, and then use those pathways.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Metasploit. I don't. Oh wait, I think that the WordPress thing is working with the plugins.
Oh, nice. I will say though, like when I watch like IPSec, for example, when I watch IPSec's videos and IPSec does something in Metasploit, I'm always like, oh, that's so cool. Like it's amazing how much functionality is built into it. It's just that I feel like probably I'm conditioned from like the approach to OSCP where you're like not supposed to use Metasploit, just to like figuring out how to do everything manually anyways.
Yeah, it helps to know how to do it. I mean, Metasploit is great. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against using it. It's just it helps to like be able to, it's fun to look at the exploit, do it yourself versus like going into Metasploit and having it do it for you, you know?
For sure. Yeah, having that more full understanding is always valuable.
All right, it looks like they're one step away from the shell to work. They're trying to find the path for where this thing is. I think they're missing blogs.
Yeah, well, blog is in the file system, right? But in the as far as like the URL, I don't know if blog is part of the URL or not. Yeah, here we go. This is how we hack. We look things up.
When in doubt, Google it, right?
For sure. Oh, and also they're spelling Akismet wrong.
Oof.
But that's okay. Google knows.
Yeah, but I wonder if they're doing that wrong in the path. Yep. They're checking. Yep.
Off by one. There it is. Nice.
Is that it? Let's go. Oh, close.
Is Felipe listening to us right now? You're welcome.
If you're listening to us, put a giant F on the screen so we know.
Put a 1 in the chat if you're listening. Awesome. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the plugin for it if you into the settings, maybe? Plugins. Ah, okay. So there is no WP content. It's just plugins. Really?
That's what it looked like. Yeah, let's see.
The thing is that they're looking at internal, not blog. You're supposed to be on blog. They're looking at internal. They're not looking at the right place.
Oh,
right.
Good call out. Yeah. Let's see when they go back to it. Go to the tab so we can see. We know you're listening. All right. Let's see.
I think that might be it because that's why I was saying put in the blog path because it looks like they're internal when they're supposed to be on blog. This, by the way, this is a very, very cool written CTF. Very kudos to you guys for putting this together. That's very, very well done.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll have the CTF author in the debrief at the end. Sorry, go ahead.
I got excited. I got internal in the corner, and now they're looking at blog. So it could be that.
Nice. All right, let's see what we got here.
Scoreboard still down. So just so everybody know, once we're over here, we still have 50 minutes, a little bit less than 50 minutes for the end of the CTF, or whenever anyone gets root, because we do have a few players very close to it. We're gonna raid into the Brazilians channel. We're having 2 live streams of UHC tonight, this one in English and the other one in Portuguese from Brazil. And we're gonna raid their channel and get together with all the hosts. And we're gonna interview the winner of tonight's match to know how was their process throughout the CTF. And we're gonna also talk with the CTF creator himself to know the walkthrough of the challenges as well.
Okay, so it looks like Felipe is back in with, but I think they're getting kicked out every few minutes for some reason.
Yeah, I saw them lose the session, and then I can't tell if this is the hash that they generated and they added this UHC account or what.
Oh, they're updating it. It looks like.
Nice. Better put a where clause. Oh no, they didn't put a where clause. Now all of the accounts are going to have that password.
Oof. It looks like it's not working though.
Yeah. Oh boy. I will admit that one time I ran an update without a where clause, and I learned to add a where clause after that.
Big oof.
Yeah.
Into the session, it looks like.
Amor or Marina, do you know what that password is? The like Saida Quadrilado?
Sai it's sai daqui, ladrão, which means get out of here, thief.
Oh, nice. That's what it was. Nice. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Silvano.
Okay, Dante is still going at the subdomain. Let's see what Phoenix is up to. Phoenix is trying to log in, it looks like. Nope. They're looking at SSRF stuff.
All right. Yeah, let's see. Is the scoreboard still down? How many minutes did players buy of this scoreboard downtime?
No, it just got back up. Scoreboard just got back up, and everything looks the same, y'all. We're still good.
John, I think is that a shell from the box, or is that his? That's got to be a shell.
No, it looked like it said root at Cali. I caught in the prompt there.
Okay, they're setting up their own WordPress. Interesting. Okay, I wonder why. Oh, maybe they want to update the user with the password.
Yeah, that could be. Testing locally. I like it.
Good call.
I'm going to pop over to Dante, see what they're doing. Can see part of the cute baby goat on their screen currently.
Yeah, it looks like Felipe is completely locked out with their password.
Bummer.
Oh, they're back in. They're back in, and they're activating the plugin now.
Oh, nice.
Is this going to give him a shell? Is what we want to know now.
Y'all want me to come back to Felipe?
Yeah.
All right.
So I think Felipe just had like a var dump in there. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, he's got it right in there because he put that in the echo earlier, where I think died.
He just wrote deu bom, which means it worked. This is good.
So now you just got to pop in that shell and see where it goes.
Yeah, excellent.
Oh, they lost their shell again, it looks like, maybe. Or not the shell, the access their session.
Come on. All right, cool. Back in. Yeah, so now I think at this point I would be going to, a reverse shell cheat sheet or pulling a reverse shell out of my notes and then adding that. Because you got the code exec at this point.
Yeah, but I wonder if they messed up the plugin and that's why they keep getting kicked out. I don't think that would work that way, but
yeah, a Kismet is a plugin for like comment spam, if I remember correctly. So they're like, I can't imagine it terminating their session.
yeah, every time they log in, it says that now.
Oh no. I wonder if somebody like overwrote the WP login file potentially. Well, that doesn't seem like it would, right? Because it's showing the login page, unless that's a cached version, maybe.
There we go. Okay, yeah.
Oh, like whoever gets this first shell, I think they're going to be the ones that pull it out.
All right, so they're doing something now. Let's see what they're trying to do. They're doing something with posting.
I'm checking on Wade, and Wade is adding himself as a user now, which is cool. This is kind of what we were talking about previously. So, oh, nice, yeah. Adding the var dump so now you can dump out what's in the server. what is that called? What's that in PHP when you have those special like associative arrays like server request get.
But why are they doing the variable dump? That's what I want to know. Just get a straight shell and do it.
Yeah. I guess maybe just debugging potentially.
Could be. Okay, so they're previewing that post now to see if it worked.
Yeah, let's see what we get. And then, so now you can check in the, yeah, there you go. I think, maybe that was just a different browser tab.
0x03f3 redeemed a message and said, "This has taught me so much about WordPress hacking. Never knew this was possible." Well, we actually are very thankful to Felipe for having a very good size of font here so we can actually see the WordPress hacking going on.
I think he might have bricked a plugin maybe, because every time he goes to the plugins, that keyword comes up.
Yeah, I think you're right. Always something that's a risk when you're backdooring code or adding your own code into the mix.
How to write PHP code?
This is live hacking, y'all.
Yeah, briskets, we're with you. Reverse shell, please, for sure. And Naughty Haxer dropping the bash for getting the reverse shell through the dev TCP interface. So, and good call in wrapping it with the bash-c. It's like always the way to go, especially if you try it without and you just do bash-i and you don't get it. Wrapping that bash-c is usually helpful.
Let me just go back to Discord real quick.
Yeah, no problem. I thought you were just going to show off your handsome co-hosts.
I mean, of course. Look at this. This hottie right there. Look at him. Just look at him. Look at this delicious piece of man.
Where?
Sorry, y'all.
It worked. So they got something to work finally. They're getting some dumps. Now they just gotta pop that reverse.
Yeah, that is the dump of the server super variable, super global. Maybe it's super global. Is that the term? This is gonna annoy me. I have to look it up.
Someone in the chat's gonna drop it for us anyways.
Yeah, please, if you're in the chat and you know this, you can even tell me a wrong answer and I'll just say, yeah, that's totally it.
So it looks like this command isn't working, whatever they're doing, but
it is. It's super global. That's the name for that term in PHP, where you have like underscore server, underscore get, underscore request, underscore cookie, I think is one also. Underscore session is one. Super mega secret variable. Yes, that is it.
Scoreboard still looking the same. We are almost 30 minutes left to go.
All right, here it comes. All right, Felipe gonna get, yeah. All right.
Oh, that's more like it.
Adding the exec just inline, so now you can run commands directly past or system. Yeah, I love it. There's like 18 different ways.
Nick saying that I am saying y'all a lot all the time because I'm in Texas. I think so. I'm Brazilian, so but I also travel a lot, and I get I like copy the accent of people around me a lot. That's why I curse a lot in English because I have learned English from sitcoms and movies. So I curse a lot, just like our TV.
How is this not working? They just had it work earlier, right?
Yeah, I wonder if they're on if it's a different page or what it was that. But yeah, they definitely got something where it dumped the var server. So, I didn't see it on this page when they were adding the system call.
I thought it was in the messages, or not in the blog post is what they were doing.
Oh, Silvano with a really good point. It could be a different server instance, right? So maybe there's maybe this is behind like an application load balancer, and they're like Yeah.
People in the chat are suffering a lot, saying, "Please just let's change screen." Just a quick reminder, Felipe that we are watching right now only has the easy flag submitted, so he only has 250 points. So even if he score right now, there is still more flags to go after.
But it looks like this is the hardest one out of all of them to get, right?
Thus far, I expect that like once you get a shell, there's going to be you maybe have to like root or do something to get this final flag is my guess. But then once you have that access, you should be able to cascade your access down to find the prior flags.
I'm just gonna bounce around. You two stay there to keep an eye on him, and I'm gonna just play around with the other players' screens just to see what's going on.
Sounds good. I'll follow you, Marina, because I've only got the one screen. But Nahamsek, you got multiple ones up, right?
Yeah, I'm going through everybody, just clicking left and right.
Dope. All right.
Here is John's screen.
Let's keep an eye on Felipe, just because he's so close, it feels like.
Yeah. John also in the admin section for the WordPress now. So that looks promising. And let's see. Yep. Also working in the Akismet. Also, I've never heard anybody say that before, so I could be mispronouncing it, but working in the Akismet plugin, I think. Yep. I'm not getting John's stream to load up on my screen, so I'm looking through the smaller window here in the preview.
Oh yeah, the size of his monitor is just huge, so we can barely see. We've been talking with the staff, and we're already asking to be put in the rules so they can use bigger fonts, or I don't know, smaller monitors, because I have the Discord screen right here in my face, and I can barely see it. So I feel sorry for all of y'all.
I think Silvano knows what's up. I think Silvano knows that John is actually at the movie theater right now doing this broadcast on the screen in IMAX 4K.
People asking, what is this little box here? It's a Bluetooth speaker.
What's the name of it? How can people find it online?
It is Divoom, I think, Divoom. And I don't know, y'all. It's just, good luck finding it.
Nice. All right. Yeah. John has got the PHP code exec. I just saw a dump out, like a var dump. And then they got booted from their session. And when the page reloaded, the var dump was not there. So I think what Silvano was mentioning earlier about potentially being different instances, maybe behind a load balancer, is probably the setup here.
It could be.
So I feel like you got to get your shell in and then just like mash F5 to get it to hit.
Or just keep uploading your shell so it's on all of them, right?
Right, yes. Complete domination.
But I mean, I think the smartest thing is to launch your own. I mean, I don't know if you can. Like, the only way I've ever done it successfully, because I see whoever I'm watching right now, John, is deploying a plugin by the looks of it instead of editing one. I think it's probably the safest way to do it, but it looks like they're also getting booted off their session every few minutes.
Right. Yeah. And well, I think see, look, there's the var dump, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like these requests are just ending up at different instances.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's definitely the case, because the var dumps was from somebody else, but it's a matter of, I think John's realized that now because he's doing it back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So he might be the only one that's noticed there is a load balancer involved.
Which here, seeing this, I would expect that there's only one database server, but then the WordPress is deployed on multiple instances. So if I've got access to the database server, I would actually probably go back to that route, right? Like, can I write, a shell out onto the system?
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, that's smart, actually.
Because that's like your single point then, and you don't have to mess around with like not knowing where your requests are going to land.
and then getting booted every few seconds. But it looks like somebody just added a plugin at the bottom. That TQW is a new plugin that somebody just added.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're right.
Let's see who this is. This is Felipe, maybe. Let's check him out. Not yet. I don't think he knows he's behind a load balancer because his variable dump is coming up on the other people's screens.
Mm.
But he's not realizing that it's not the system or the shell exec, dude. It's just you're on the wrong box.
Another thing is I didn't catch the version of MariaDB, but I think Maria forked from MySQL after this was an issue. But there was an issue in MySQL where you could do a user-defined function, and there was like a way to privesc from that, and get like your own code exec as well. So that might be like another thing that I might poke at.
Yeah, I think we're really, really close. How much time did I have to finish this?
30 minutes remaining.
Oh, crunch time.
Yeah, whoever gets this shell, I think that's going to be the deciding factor.
Let's see what Ricardo's up to. I think he's still messing with. Oh, Ricardo's also in.
Nice.
To get a shell. It looks like.
We're checking out Dante on screen right now, and
Straight for the shell. Ricardo is just popping in with a shell right now. It looks like.
Oh, nice. Let's bounce over there.
He just put in his payload, but it's not saving for some reason now.
Probably the load balancing. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, permissions issue. OXO3F3 never has WordPress been safer than in this moment.
That's good.
I love it. Oh yeah, and a completely different way or additional way of code exec. I saw proc open as well. So like I mentioned earlier, there's like 18 different ways you can do like execution of system commands in PHP, and I don't think I've ever seen an implementation that safely disabled all of them.
I'm curious to see if like the designers of the CTF like blocked like, shell exec and system on purpose to mess with them. I would.
Yeah, for sure. Right. I saw people put in like a PHP info initially, but I didn't see anybody render it. And so I don't think we've seen anybody check for like disabled functions.
It looks like are we watching Ricardo right now? Yeah, he might have a shell.
Oh, really? I see the listener there.
His saves earlier, but
oh wait, I'm watching Ricardo. Sorry, y'all.
No balancer either because his 404 is working, but it's not giving him a shell.
Yeah, so this is where you just have to keep mashing requests until it hits the right instance.
But is he going to realize that's the case?
Yeah.
Dude. No. Don't fall for it.
F5. Come on. Just pretend it's DerbyCon or ShmooCon. You're trying to get it to a code, entry code.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anyone realizes the load balancer. I don't want to drop that in the chat yet. I don't want to ruin it. But there's only 30 minutes left, so I don't know if we should.
I think that's a totally reasonable question to ask in the chat right now.
Damn sick, don't go do it.
Load balancer. I genuinely want to know: is there a load balancer? Is there a load balancer?
Do it. Set everything on fire.
I'm ending of this. I may have been banned from the chat. It's not connecting to chat, but I can't type anything, so I may be banned from the other chat. I can't type. I'm really like, smashing enter and it's not going through. Did they ban me? How dare you, sir? You know what? I'm gonna raid them just so I can like type them. Oh no, it worked. It worked.
Yeah,
there is a load balancer. They don't know. Okay. There is a load balancer. It says.
Nice. O3F3 saying just loop the curl request. You got this. And yeah, Silvano also great point about just doing enumeration to find the enabled functions.
Everyone's getting really, really close.
Yeah, it's a superhero. It's the challenge of like not knowing which path is going to work out, plus knowing that like everybody is watching you is additionally challenging.
Google's how to zip. I have to do that every time too, almost. Oh my god. No, how to tar is the one I have to look up almost every time.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is that it came like Google results came back with like how to create a zip file instead of like a YouTube video of like how to zip up your hoodie or something.
I used to see that old what was that website when they would have like the old IRC chats?
Oh yeah, bash.org.
Yeah, it's like, what should I give my friend for unzipping?
Yeah.
$20? No, I mean like zip files.
Yeah. And so doesn't like somebody quit like y'all are sick and like I'm out, and then someone's like, no, I meant for like zip files.
Voice chats were the best.
Oh, sweet Lord. The scoreboard is offline again. Y'all, I love y'all. Thank you for buying stuff in the store, but Jesus Christ, this is the last 30 minutes.
You know what the plugin, if you don't have the commented out things at the top, it doesn't accept it. And I really hope they didn't forget to have the headers in there.
Oh, that's a good point. So you need like some kind of preamble in the plugin in order for it to be parsed correctly?
Yep, you need to have in the comment, you need to have like an author, a website, and like 2 other things for it to work. And I learned that the hard way on a stream one day.
Wow, I just learned that right now.
I think that's what it was, because as soon as I put those in there, it worked. Oh, that load balancer is gonna kill this thing for them.
I don't read Portuguese, but we saw like a couple different, like one warning and one error message, and I wonder if that's what those messages were. Like you haven't formatted the plugin correctly. You're missing.
Oh, he's looking at load balancer. Oh, yeah. He knows.
He knows.
Come on, hold your finger down on F5.
There we go.
There it is. Nope. Maybe another one.
Yeah, you might have hit something else. Also, like you got ngrok set up here, so now that's another intermediary layer that you have to traverse and verify is correct. Okay, so the plugin looks good. You got the, like you mentioned, the plugin name and the author. Author, ew, like me, I'm the author.
It's got to refresh, bud. You just got to keep refreshing.
Yeah. Nice. Come on, you got this. Eventually, you're gonna get the right instance. But yeah, then then it becomes like, of all of the details that I need to keep straight, have I missed any of them?
Oh, it's gone.
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, maybe just in a different instance, right? Maybe their upload is still, sorry Mario, your princess is in another castle.
This load balancer thing is evil, man. This idea of putting a load balancer is pretty evil.
But it's realistic, right? That's like highly available infrastructure.
Yeah, there's been a few times when you don't realize it's a load balancer, just move on. That could have well been one of them.
Yeah. Naughty Hacks are pointing out in the chat, there's like a 11373, but the listener is on 9090, and Blue Dragon quick to follow up there, saying, yep, I think like this going through ngrok. Oh, there's the shell. All right, we got our shell.
Go.
Yes. Go.
Sudo-L, dude. Just throw it in there.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, fixing the shell. All right, come on. Good. No. What? Why did you do this? Or maybe they're just getting extra shells?
Could be, just in case.
Yeah, but, well, they backgrounded it. I'm so confused right now. Okay, there's the shell. All right, don't lose the shell. Throw yourself another shell. There we go. Fix up the shell.
Okay.
Cool. Yep. Nope. No, you got it.
There's a flag.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we already had this one. Oh, he didn't have this one from the SSRF. They could have had it earlier. Oof. Because I said slash flag and it worked, but okay, well, root, baby. Let's go.
Okay, and in slash, we see there's not a .docker env, so it looks like we're on the host. Yep, EC2 user, that looks good. Oh, EC2 user, you should be able to just sudo and get a root shell. Yes, here we go. Fix it up.
Come on.
There we go. Bang, bang. Enter. Oh, the shell is not fixed up correctly.
Ricardo, we believe in you.
It's all right. All right, run reset. No. All right, new show.
Looks like John is already looking at. He's already in too. John's also in.
Oh my gosh, it's a race.
Yep, it's definitely a race now. Let's see.
All right, let us know which one. If you see John Prevesking, let us know.
What does Dante's screen mean? Banheiro. What does that say?
What did you say?
Banheiro? Banheiro?
Banheiro. Oh, bathroom.
What happened here?
Let's see. On Ricardo is trying to fix up the shell still, but no Python 3, but there is Python 2. So here you go. Nice. All right. Now export term. Yep. Don't you need like I guess you don't need 256 color, do you?
There goes the Sue EC2. Nope.
But you still gotta like background the shell and do the STTY and
Yeah.
and then foreground it.
Is anyone keeping an eye on John?
I'm watching John right now.
Awesome.
He's reading ATC password.
What did okay, sudo-l. Interesting. Okay. So oh wait, yeah, what is the user account that Ricardo has access to? Is it currently just www? Oh, it's Apache. Okay.
Apache right now, yeah. I think he's about to wget lin piece because he's looking at something right now with wget on his.
Honestly, oh yeah, so I see EC2 user home directory is set to 700, so you can't read into it.
All right.
I wonder if the directory is 700, but you know a file name that's in the directory, would you be able to cat the contents of that file?
Catting it? Can you? No, right?
I don't think you would be able to, but I would assert I would try at least. At this point, I'd just be like cat, EC2 home EC2 user .bash history, for example, and just see can I read it? And worst case, I just get a permission denied because the home directory permissions are 700. But if not, maybe there's credentials in the bash history.
Looks like John just full sent it with lin piece.
Yeah, here's Ricardo also putting lin piece on their instance. So this is like they are neck and neck.
This is the race, absolute race right now.
Who is going to notice the issue first? All right. So I always love lin piece. The output is so cool.
Scoreboard is back. Scoreboard is back. Oh my God. And PHX and Ricardo are now. PHX is also with 800 points. So the race is in between João, John, Dante, Ricardo, and PHX.
Nice.
And we are almost 15 minutes.
Oh, you know what I would do right now? Given this week, I would totally run sudo-version and then be like, what version of it is it? And then is it vulnerable? Because the proof of concepts are up on GitHub now. So there's actual exploits that are available. Looking through the lin piece. There's so much reading and hacking. It's nothing like the movies.
Good question in the chat.
Oh yeah, good call, Erica. Erica's saying you can also see the version of sudo through the package manager. They're on EC2, Amazon Linux. It looks like based on the EC2 user. So I guess it would be Yum. I think would be the way.
Big O's now in the scoreboard as well with 800 points. So now the last 15-minute race here on UHC tonight is between João Ribeiro, Dante, Ricardo, PHX, and Big O's.
Oh, 4 people now.
And Dante's in the bathroom.
He's still in the bathroom?
Oh, poor Dante. Let's see. I'm just going to check in on Wade real quick. Wade's not up at 800.
No,
Wade?
he's not. He is 350, but he could also be sitting in on flags, right?
That is true. Although I don't think I've really seen Wade do that, but
Yeah, me
I'll be
neither.
flag till everybody else solves it, but submit it before they do.
yeah. So 3F3, the root flag is readable. If you're talking about just /flag, that was where the SSRF flag was stored for the 450 points one.
We have a question to redeem here, and it's for Haiti. Which do you prefer? Hack all the things or drink all the booze?
Why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos?
What's with the Spanish?
That's the original version of the meme. Hack all the things. Top priority.
Dahan Sack is like, he can barely blink. What's going on, bro? Do you need us to join you at someone's screen?
I am just curious to see what John is doing. He's just like going through a million different, like, I'm shocked. He's going between all of his tabs, and every tab is doing something, but I don't understand what this guy's trying to accomplish right now.
Yes, Silvano also creating permutations, drinking all of the things, and hacking all the booze. Also valid.
Yeah, he had a few interesting.
Bro, Discord is fucking kidding me. Like 15 minutes to the end of it, it's still freaking having problems loading.
I'm still watching Hicardo. They did Netstat. They're looking at listening TCP services. 33. Okay, so MySQL is exposed externally, listening on 0.0.0.0. So that's probably how they got the interactive connection.
Gunty's back.
Nice. Yes. Lunetico, cat all the flags, exactly. All right. Yeah. Oh wait, what is
What is Wade doing? Let's see what he's up to.
What is this 8005 service? I'm curious.
Where are you at? Are you at Ricardo?
Yeah, on Ricardo's chat or screen, they did a netstat, and then they found that there's a service listening on 8005 on localhost, and I have no idea what listens on 8005. They did a curl to it, and then it got the connection got reset. So it's not an HTTP service that would need more fingerprinting. But honestly, I would be taking a second look through the LinP stuff at this point, I think.
Felipe is still messing with getting a shell, it looks like. That's what Phoenix is doing.
And did you say John was also on with the shell?
I think John already has a shell. He just doesn't know what the next step is. Honestly, I don't know what the next step is either.
Yeah, right. This is all.
Yell at this time.
This is all just your post exploitation run book, right? Where you're just like, what do I do when I get on a system? And so, for me, like in this case, with only the web access, I don't know. LinP's like definitely seems good. Looking at the services that are running, like I would do like a process listing, look through the services, look for their config files. But I'm expecting that finding a way to get to the ECT user, like disclosing their password, is going to be the way to go, since ECT user should be able to sudo. So I would be trying credentials that I've already compromised getting up to this point, right? Anything that came out of like the WordPress stuff, looking for other places that credentials might be laying around, like config files and Etsy, and then trying to switch user to EC2 user. And then, of course, in the context of this week, I would also be looking at the version of sudo and trying for a prevest there, because the LinPs, I'm guessing, has not been updated to identify the sudo vuln. So that would be another thing I would think of.
Yeah, I want to see if anyone's going to actually try and see if the sudo bug works on this.
It would be very prescient. I don't know what the word is, but whatever, like very relevant to the time to have the sudo bug be the privesc.
I'm just bouncing around here just to be sure, like, because we have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 players with 100 points, so it's pretty much anyone's game, and it's almost 10 minutes left.
Ooh wee.
Ah.
Erica commenting that 8005 is probably Tomcat, so that's cool. If it is, then we already know we can hit Tomcat on 8080, and then Erica following up to say wouldn't look at it too much and would be searching for creds, given that you're running as a shell in the context of the web server.
So it looks like Ron is running something else. I can't see what it is. They're running a new tool. Chisel 1.74. Is that how you say it?
Oh, wait, sorry. Say that again.
They're just running something right now. They downloaded something. I wonder what that is, though.
Okay, yeah. Let's bounce over to John's screen and check it out if it ever loads.
I'm trying.
Oh, did you say Chisel?
Yeah.
No, I'm second. Yeah. So Chisel, an excellent tool for creating tunnels, and so that's like a great way that you could expose the service. You could set up a tunnel with Chisel, and maybe if like there's a Tomcat admin interface or something like that listening on 8005, you could then, since it's only listening on localhost, you could set up a tunnel that exposes that service.
Smart. That's very smart. Okay.
Erica saying for Amazon Linux, if the package manager is yum, the sudo exploits may not work. So I would say only one way to know, by trying it.
Yep.
Well, while John screen load up, the staff just told me it is picture time, so we can do a little pose here. And y'all here watching in the chat, just take a print screen, add us in our social media, and let everyone know you are here watching UHC with us. Hector, yay! Okay, that's it. Did this staff get it? Got it? Can I just? Yep, thank you. All right, add us so we can retweet, repost, frigging whatever. Regram. People were asking, are those handcuffs behind me? Yes, those are handcuffs behind me. I am a physical pen tester, so I do a lot of lock picking, and that's why I have them behind me. Also for other reasons, but y'all don't need to know that on Twitch.
For intimidating airport security.
Sure, let's say that. Exactly that.
I remember getting a very strange look from airport security one time, going through the TSA checkpoint, and they it wasn't TSA, it was a different country, but they pulled out the handcuffs and they were like, and giving me this look. I'm like, it's for a rap show. It's okay. I miss picking out of handcuffs while rapping at shows. That was fun. Yeah, we're with you, O3F3. Somebody please root this box. Come on. You got 6-7 minutes left.
Are y'all bouncing around?
Yeah, I'm checking out Dante right now. Dante's looking up stuff online still. So if you're...
Next is Phoenix is still dealing with Go For Us, it looks like. Wade is doing something. He's looking for ports, it looks like. Localhost. He's just going after every single one of them.
Nice. You see, that looks like an ngrok listener on the screen right now. Ngrok's such a cool service. I like that you can get shells across the internet easily.
Should I bounce to someone else? Should I stay here?
Yeah, I'm looking for anybody else that's like doing something that looks like it's going to be close to getting this root shell, but
is doing something with Then peace still, but
Oh, okay, nice.
Who's
not sure.
that?
Biggest.
Yeah,
All
nice.
right.
I have write privileges in network scripts, which I don't know how they would use it, but it looks interesting.
Yeah, I wonder maybe if it's not a shell script, right? My thought was like if you can, like the way that those files get handled is by system D. So system D runs at a higher privilege. So if you were able to get, some code exec through a write primitive that then system D, you write into some file, you tell system D to like cycle the service or something like that, and then that gets something. But I've never seen that before, so I have no idea.
Yo, we are 5 minutes away from finishing the CTF tonight. They have literally 5 minutes. What?
What you can do in this case, you can do like pre-up and pre-down and post-up and post-down. So after an interface changes state, you can run a command or a code. So what you could do, as long as you've got a way to cycle this and cause the network scripts to run, if you've got a write primitive here, you could write like throw me a reverse shell in the like if up or if down. And then if you can, I don't know how you would get the network interface state to cycle, but if you could, then that code would run at an escalated privilege and you would get like a reverse shell as root.
So you just have to put in that clause, right? If this happens, then command I can do whatever my privilege command is, right?
Yeah, I think so. But I'm not 100% sure. And I don't know like
But it says
how.
a write option. Well, how does it say they have no writing when it's said in LinPs that they have rights?
Yeah, maybe false positive from LinPs.
That could be.
0x03F3 gonna have a stroke. Everyone, so I was just saying we are 5 minutes away from the finale here, from the end of our CTF. They can try to get root in this 5 last minutes, but if no one does, then João Ribeiro will be the winner of tonight's match because he got the medium flag first and everyone else. That would be amazing actually, because João has been playing UHC for the past I can't even remember how many weeks now, and he still has no wins. So if he take this tonight, this is going to be historical. This is going to be amazing. I'm sorry?
John the winner, right?
John the winner, yeah, and he can finally change his handle, officially change his handle, his handle, baptized by Nahumsek himself.
I will definitely support the cause of becoming John the winner.
Yes.
Just so stay with us. At the end here, we're gonna raid the Brazilian channel, and then we're gonna go do an interview with the winner in both languages, Portuguese and English. We're gonna have it. We're gonna have the walkthrough of the challenges with the challenges creator himself, and we're gonna also have offensive security exclusive giveaways. So stay with us. You don't have to do nothing. Just stay with us.
Yes. And yeah.
Yes, that can be. I saw something interesting, but never mind. I got excited for no reason.
Yeah, just like me with the network config files.
I just want to see someone last minute like get a root shell just for the fun of it.
For sure. Yeah, Silvano, I'm with you. I also bet on John. So I'm like, come on, John, pull it out.
And also some sadistic person here watching us just brought the scoreboard down for the last time tonight. So we are not going to see anything else.
I went to do it, but it said sold out, so I didn't do it. I thought I could do it, but it's not letting me.
Oh, so it's you.
No, I tried to do it. No, I tried. I went to look for it and it said sold out, and I didn't try. I should have tried it.
It was sold out because somebody else did it. All right, let's see. I'm just popping around looking. I'm going back to Ricardo to see, because they were really close. They were the first one to get the shell, I think, and now they're looking up local privesks on Tomcat.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I wonder if that's going to be the way to go.
GTFO bands, let's go.
Yeah, right. Ooh, basic auth. It's got to be so rough. There's like a minute and a half left, and you're looking up like, how do I use the service?
I'm desperate. I have 30 seconds left. How do I do it?
Yeah. O3F3. We will have like a debrief at the end here when we raid into the Brazilian chat or the Brazilian live, and they will walk through what the actual solutions were.
The Tomcat you didn't have SSH privileges, right? I don't remember. Could we log into the Tomcat users if they have a password for it?
I didn't see. I didn't look in the.
Is that even doable?
In the SE password, I think
One
so.
1 minute.
Okay, so there you go. They did try the cat root flag. So there you go, folks in the chat.
That would have been a good plot twist, right?
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Like, oh, the root directory has 644 firms on it. Like, you can just I could have done this 45 minutes ago.
Oh, that would have been gold.
Oh, yeah. I think Cardo's giving up. We've got like 20 seconds left. Oh yeah, it's, here we go. Checking for get capabilities. This is something that I've done in the past, but I always forget about it.
30 seconds.
And having Ian Coldwater on a few weeks ago brought back the capabilities stuff to front of mind. So that's now like something I check for when I get a shell. Yeah, here we go. There you go.
And we're over, y'all. That's it. UHC is off.
We are done.
We are done. We are literally done.
Blue Dragon plot twist. Root password is root. That would have been amazing.
All right, everyone. So just everyone know we are starting the raid. So stay, as I said before, stay with us, and we're gonna go through the walkthrough as well with the interview with the winner to know their process, their thought process and everything. It's John Rivers, it's John the Ripper, and it is now John the winner. Yay! So stay with us for the raid, and we're gonna go to the Brazilian channel, and that's it. We'll see y'all there.
There will be English, so don't worry.
There will be. Don't worry.
We'll see you over there.
Bye.